I thought about doing Shador at 6-1 because I feel like quarterbacks in that situation, he's going to really want to score if he gets around the goal line.
Yep.
First read's not there. He'll probably take off. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that to the AWLs, so I'll say Quinshon Judkins.
All right, put on Quinshon Judkins on there, Max.
Why are we? You're doing the wrist.
He's doing the Shador.
Doing the watch, yeah.
Hank?
Legendary.
On today's Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings, we have Week 12 picks and preview for every game. We're also joined by our good friends Pete Prisco and Kyle Long together. Two bald guys, jock and nerd. You can decide who's the jock, who's the nerd. Great time with them talking ball. We are going to do Choose Your Own Adventure for the Bills Texans games because we are doing the case race tonight for the Yak. We have Fyre Fest of the week, Jerry's Fantasy Minute, our best bets, our TD parlay, Packed Friday. That's all brought to you by Game Time. The NFL's in full swing. Tailgates, pack stands, the buzz before kickoff. Hank, what game are we looking at? But getting in, Nightmare.
Zach, what game are we looking at?
Zach, you got a game?
You could get in to see the Rams Bucs for just $110.
$110. Rams Bucs. Way to go, Zach. Q's price jumps getting logged out mid-click. All you want is to be there, beer in hand, losing your voice with the crowd. The Game Time app gives you advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use. The Game Time guarantee means you can trust. You get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price, plus fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. Hank, do you have a game too?
Yeah, Steelers-Bears.
Okay. How much?
You can get in where $359.
Okay, so go to the Game Time app. You can go to a bunch of NFL games this weekend. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code PMT for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code PMT for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by DraftKings. The crown is yours. Today is Friday, November 21st, and the Bills are back?
I think the Texans are going to be a frisky team.
So
they had to keep their head above water with actually the easiest guy to keep your head above water, Davis Mills.
So we're doing a Choose Your Own Adventure for the people listening at home because we're doing the Yak case race tonight. PFT, Hank, and I are all involved, and which will be out on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So as you're listening to this, we are either already drunk or violently hungover. So we watched the game, but we didn't want to get on the microphone drunk for the recap. I think the Bills won.
I think the Bills won, but did not cover.
Okay. Hank?
I think the Bills blew them out.
You think the Bills blew them out? Give us a score. Choose your own adventure.
34-10.
34-10. Who scored for the Bills? Shakir had a baby bump.
Shakir scored twice.
Twice?
Josh Allen scored the first touchdown.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. That's a great night for you.
Yeah.
You're probably pretty pumped. I've got 17-20.
I'm going to say Bills 27, Texans 17.
Okay.
So I have a similar score, but another 7 on the Bills.
Someone should pick the Texans, so you sound smart.
I'm going to take tie.
Tie.
24-24 tie.
Zach, give us a score.
Score, we're going to go 24-7.
Who?
Texans, Josh Allen used all his Josh Allen last week. He's got no more Josh Allen left.
Wow.
He has to regenerate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Memes?
7-3.
7-3. What a stinker.
Who wins?
Texans.
Texans.
Okay.
Let's just do a couple more games real quick. Clippers, Magic.
Magic are good.
I think Paolo went off tonight.
Okay. I'm going to agree. Magic. Kings, Grizzlies.
Grizz.
Everyone go check your newspaper.
The Grizz.
I'm going to say the Kings.
No, it's got to be the Grizz.
Tie.
Bucs, 76ers.
Sixers coming off a
Sixers are
back-to-back.
Bucs.
I like the Bucs. Yeah, I
So
like the
give us
Bucs.
the
Sixers coming off
Bucs.
back-to-back.
Wait, so they're playing a back-to-back-to-back?
Yeah, that would
No.
be. They're playing 3 in a row.
No,
They're
They played
coming
last
off a
night.
back-to-back.
tonight.
No,
they're-
tonight's the back.
Tonight's
the back.
Second game of back-to-back.
So
Yeah.
playoff P was back, and then after that, the Sixers went back to back.
This is the back in the back-to-back.
they're coming off of a back.
No.
Oh, wait.
No,
Yes.
no. Coming off a back-to-back
Yeah,
would be
yeah, yeah.
3 games in a row. They're on. They're doing their back.
They're coming off a back.
Yes,
They're
exactly.
coming on a back. They're coming
Yeah.
off a
Back
Okay.
2.
Yeah, back 2.
Ben Simmons used to do that. Yeah,
Yeah, they've done a back
Come on
2.
backs.
yeah.
All right.
This is a Kardashian situation.
Hawks Spurs.
Spurs. Well, Wemby's out.
Wemby
Wi-
still.
but Wemby-
it stands.
He's on the team.
I said what I said. Wemby.
He's on the team. Speaking of the Sixers, Big Cat, me and you, when we were at the Paws Fur Ball, they do a great charity there. We bid on some items in the silent auction. I showed Big Cat one of the items they had there. It was Bulls Sixers courtside tickets.
Yep.
And I was like, we should maybe bid on this and try to get it for Max. Fast forward throughout the night, I was getting outbid on it. I did not know that Big Cat was the
Yeah,
one
we're
that was
bidding against
we were
each other.
sitting next to each other, accidentally bidding against each other. I found out I won the tickets at the end of the night.
Because I forgot.
Yeah, you forgot about
Yeah,
it.
for the last hour, I just forgot.
And Max is definitely out of town.
No, wait. I had also
Yes,
had the
this is
weekend
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah, this
We
is
had it
wrong.
No, but
basically-
I looked it up. It's the day after Christmas. You're definitely out of town.
Oh shit.
So we got to find somebody else in the office to give these courtside
Mikey Betts.
tickets to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are any other Sixers fans?
You should make them fight for it.
Okay, we will.
Yeah, we'll make him fight. Oh, if Connor agrees to not hire Bob Chesney.
He has that type of pull.
It's gotta
I
be
mean, the
someone
guy
in
knows
Chicago
what Joe
that's
Pud is.
around.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
It's
he's
the
probably gonna be going
26th.
too.
I think it's the 26th of December. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember? Oh.
That's a different month than
Yeah.
Yep, the Sixers are here the 26th of December.
Okay. Okay. I have been saying I'll go to a game with Mikey Betts. So
You're going to be
do
around?
that. I am either back from Florida in the 26th or 27th.
Well, then take the
Actually,
tickets.
Okay. Might have to take the tickets.
That's that.
Yeah, we were bidding against each other.
Didn't even know about it.
That was
It was
stupid.
like this some asshole.
And we were
was
trying to be
driving the
nice to
price up.
Max.
Yeah. That last time we ever tried to do that.
Max, do you want to say thank you?
Thank you. I'm trying to figure out a way I can go.
No, don't worry about it. You're good.
Well, I would like to go.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd like to go. Okay, anything else before we get to the picks and preview?
Yeah, shout out to the U.S. men's national team.
Why?
Hottest team in sports.
I love your reaction, Hank.
I just
Have a little national pride, Hank. You're all about you. You're a European guy. I understand that. Above all
what
else,
was
you
the-
should appreciate us taking the sport back from Europe.
did we?
Well, we're very good right now
No.
going into the World Cup.
Are we?
We beat Uruguay.
Okay.
And we had-
Were they trying?
Yeah, and we had a couple starters that weren't even playing. We beat them 5-1.
They were trying.
They were trying. They were trying
as
to win.
hard as they can.
I did not ask them. I didn't hook them up to a polygraph afterwards. And then the U.S. men's national team's last game, their send-off before the World Cup, is going to be here in Chicago.
Oh, when's
So,
that?
In June.
Let's go.
So we got to go to it.
we got to send the boys off.
I got to be there. It's-
To what? Kansas City?
yeah, it's coming home.
Got to send them off.
The boys are going. The Yanks are coming. No, it was cool. Like because in the last year we've sucked, and then now all of a sudden we're good. So
This is the
This is a
year.
good
We have to be good.
golden generation.
We have to be good. Right?
We will be.
Max, means what are you talking about? You talking about the boys, the lads?
No, not we're talking MLB Free Agency back here.
Oh, what do you got?
Josh Naylor back to the Mariners.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Orioles did something.
Shota,
Shota.
still a Cub.
Trent Grisham back to the Yankees. And, Brandon Woodruff back to the Brewers.
Yamamoto is going out to dinner with the highly recruited.
Japanese guy.
Yes.
I mean, he's going to the Dodgers, the Japanese guy.
There's multiple Japanese guys.
I know, but they're all going to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But
And
the
it
number
ma-
one guy is going to the Dodgers.
And it makes sense.
And Kyle Tucker's going to go to the Dodgers, too.
Yeah, probably. Okay, that was our...
Where's Schwarber going?
Schwarber? The Pirates were in... Did you see that rumor?
No shot, the Pirates.
Why not?
No shot.
I feel like the Pirates' version of them actually signing a big free agent would be just leaking it that they're thinking about signing.
Correct.
a guy.
That was...
And
it
this
actually
is their
was mean.
This
because
is their red meat to the fan base. Be like, look, we tried.
I saw like some Pirates fans saying I'm all the way back in if they sign Kyle Schwarber. It's so mean. I think Schwarber's going to go Phillies Reds, or Cubs?
The Pirates are not a singular Kyle Schwarber away from competing in the NL.
Yeah, but they would be better.
They need
Obviously.
At least so.
Do you put Kyle Schwarber on the Pirates? Are they contenders in the NL?
If he hits 150 home runs.
Yeah,
maybe.
okay,
Maybe. I think they
What?
need. They
If he
need,
hits 150 home runs for the Pirates next year, they will be in the playoffs.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, 150 home runs.
I think they need 4
that's
Kyle
so many
Schwarbers.
home runs.
So many home runs.
That's so many home runs.
They got to have.
They would win
I mean,
every.
think about
They would win
the
every Skeens game.
Yeah,
They would
every
win every
Skeens
Skeens
game.
game.
Yeah, I think they would. They need 4 Kyle Schwarbers.
How many home runs could Kyle Schwarber hit for the Pirates to get to the playoffs? Someone do the math on that. Of like the Pirates' run differential.
They got to have some young guys coming up.
Yeah, that they're going.
I gotta be honest. I don't know Pirate. I'm not familiar with
Skeens.
I know.
Well,
that
I
they
know
have
their
Skeens.
owner is a fucking shithead.
Yeah, fuck
He's
him.
in the shithead group.
and they have a good ballpark
Yeah,
that I would like to go to someday.
I am the captain now.
We should do a just shithead owner podcast where we just list them all. Maybe like Zach, put this down. Mid-July, just one day when we got nothing going on, we're just gonna start fucking naming out all the shithead owners. Do that.
You won't be on this list.
Yeah, and guess what? If you're a shithead owner listening right now, you have until mid-July to fix it. We're giving a warning because you don't want us to say your name and probably get some facts wrong and nothing to really happen from it.
The body of evidence of a lot of shithead owners is going to be a lot to overcome in 6 months.
Yeah, I don't know why we're getting shamed for this, by the way. Hannah Montoya, who we love, she's our colleague. She said, inside scoop, I looked at their phones yesterday and neither Big Cat or PFD have their Twitter on dark mode. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I never have.
So what?
So, come at me.
I don't like dark.
What
mode.
What are you laughing about memes? You think we're old?
Do you have it on dark mode?
I have it on dark mode. Yeah.
I'm on
You think
dark
we're
mode.
old?
I got bad eyes though.
I don't like dark mode. It
Zach-
hurts my
Zach-
eyes when I look at dark mode, and then the lines from all the lines of text they go into the next thing that I look at.
Agreed.
I like light mode.
Yeah, same.
What are you on, Hank?
Light.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right,
Leave us alone.
I
I don't like to be shamed, okay?
But
I don't
you're
like to be
on
shamed.
light mode right now. You could get it on desktop too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it on desktop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max is on light mode.
Those girls upstairs, they shame us. I got shamed for wearing sneakers and jeans the other day.
Yeah. All they do is
What the fuck?
They stand behind pillars and giggle.
Yeah.
Your technology, your choice, Big Cat.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Okay. Let's kick it to ourselves. Week 12 weekend preview. Okay, it's time for our picks and preview. It's brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings Sportsbook. One touchdown can change everything. The crowd, the momentum, the game itself. It never gets old. Feel that same rush with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, where every touchdown could bring you closer to cashing in. With DraftKings Sportsbook, all the action's in your hands. First touchdown, anytime TD, live bets, every play, every snap, every game matters. When there's something on the line, every drive feels bigger. Every moment more intense, and every trip to the end zone could mean a win for you. Here's the best part. New customers bet just $5. If your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. When your team hits the end zone, you could hit the payout. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE. That's code TAKE. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Weekend preview is brought to you by Uber Eats. This episode is brought to you by Uber Eats, reminding fans that if football coincidentally makes you hungry, you can get game day deals on wings, burgers, beers, chips, and more all season long, all on Uber Eats. Hank, what do you want to eat this Sunday?
Let's get some wings and some pizza.
I like that. We got to get some wings.
Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah. We could do it all on Uber Eats. You'll love being able to get all your personal favorite game day foods delivered on Uber Eats so you never miss a play. When football makes you hungry, get game day deals all season long only on Uber Eats. Shout out Uber Eats, by the way. I was in a jam. My kids just demanded they wanted bagel bites one night randomly. Didn't have any bagel bites. Uber Eats, 20 minutes, boom, bagel bites. So Uber Eats. When football makes you hungry, get game day deals all season long only on Uber Eats. All right, boys. Week 12. We're getting there, PFT. We're getting closer and closer.
Switching back and forth between being excited about football and being sad that it's almost over.
It's almost over. So this week we do have 4 buys. we're getting. I think there's buys after Thanksgiving as well. But we're getting close to the end of the buys. The Commanders are on a bye.
Yep.
That's got to make you excited.
I'm very excited. It's a great weekend to be a football fan in Washington D.C. this weekend.
Yeah,
maybe the best of the year.
So the Dolphins, the Chargers, the Commanders, and the Broncos all on buys. We have some games where the lines are very large. We have some 13.5-point spreads.
It's a lot of points.
But we also have some big leverage games. The biggest, obviously, is going to be I believe the Bears and Steelers, where if the Bears win, they have a 71% chance of making the playoffs. If they lose, they have a 45% chance of making the playoffs. If the Steelers win, they have a 63% chance. And if they lose, they have a 37% chance. So big swings. Other big swings, I think the Lions and Packers have big swings if they lose. The Panthers have a huge swing if they win. So this is fun. We're getting down to it.
And we got potentially the biggest swing of them all.
Which is?
The booger game.
Yeah.
Colts and Chiefs. The Chiefs will be projected to not make the playoffs per Booger McFarland.
Yeah.
If they lose that game.
They will go from 68% to 35%.
Yep.
If they lose that game. Okay, let's get into them. This is going to be a fun Sunday. We have not the best afternoon slate, but the 1 o'clocks are going to be fun. So let's start. Steelers at Bears. Bears minus 2.5. Is Aaron Rodgers playing is the big question.
We don't know. My guess is that he is. I think he is. I think he's going to do everything that he can possibly do to try to play. If you're Aaron Rodgers, that means maybe the return of Perk Rodgers. I think it's probably more likely the return of Crystals Rodgers. He's probably got like a whole setup with dream catchers. He's got the Etsy Witch coming up. Actually, no, he's already married to an Etsy Witch, right?
We don't know, but we think.
So she's definitely putting spells on it.
Yep.
He will be playing, I think, on Sunday. It's hard for me to imagine him taking. Passing up the opportunity for one last chance to play against the Bears.
Yes. He that is my fear of this game is Aaron Rodgers, who I don't think is like an elite quarterback anymore, will become an elite quarterback because he wants to stick it to the Bears one last time.
But better Rodgers than Mason Rudolph.
Agreed.
No.
That's just not true. You would much rather play against Mason Rudolph.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But last week you said hey, Mason Rudolph's better quarterback.
No, I said there's not a huge difference between the two. That people think there's a huge difference. I do not think there's a huge difference. The only difference is Aaron Rodgers wants to stick it to the Bears. And if this was against another team, I think it would be kind of a toss up because I just think Rodgers' mobility is limited. But I do not want to play Aaron Rodgers. I want to win the game. I think we have a better chance of beating Mason Rudolph.
100%, yes. But I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is going to give up the opportunity to play in Chicago one more time. Now, this is Big Cat. If we're just speaking neutrally about this game, if this was against another team that is like a carbon copy of what the Bears have done this year, this would be a game where you would say this is Mike Tomlin game. You might be on the receiving end of the Mike Tomlin game, is what I'm getting at.
I don't know. It's under a field goal. Usually Mike Tomlin would be like a 4.5 point underdog, and then they do it. I don't know. And they're also coming off a win, so that in itself is not a Mike Tomlin game. Mike Tomlin games are usually off a loss, underdog on the road. Everyone's buried them. Boom.
I feel like if it's Mason Rudolph, you're more in the Mike Tomlin game zone.
That could be
than
true.
If it's Aaron Rodgers.
So this game, I gave you the gateway game after week 2. I have decided that the Bears on Sunday are starting a 7-game series, and they have to win the 7-game series to get to the playoffs. They have to go 4-3 to get to the playoffs. Game 1 is Sunday. Got to try to win game 1.
Game 1 at home?
Game 1 at home. And I'm very excited. The Bears have been an exciting, fun watch. I'm starting to get my hopes up a little, but this is a big one because knowing what's coming down the stretch. But the Bears control their day. We're in mid-November. Just thinking about last year, Thanksgiving was the horrific Matt Eberflus clock gate in Detroit, getting fired. Now we're a year past that. Ben Johnson has this thing turned around, 7-3. People want to call the Bears frauds. I still don't really understand that because I don't think there's a lot of people who are like the Bears are an awesome, awesome team. I think they're a good team that is getting better every single week. And to be frauds, you'd have to be like, 10. When the Steelers were, what was it, 11-0? Mm-hmm. And everyone's like,
worst 11-0 team ever.
Right. Yeah.
That was. I think with the Bears, it's like almost a compliment that they're calling you frauds.
Yeah, people
If
just want
you're-
to shit on any success the Bears have. That's fine.
But you can't really shit on it. That's like for a team that hasn't had any success recently. That's
correct.
I looked at that as a compliment last year when I was being called a fraud.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, you're being called a fraud. That means that you're winning football games. It's an honor to be fraudulent.
The Bears, so this is a testament to, because I've said this many times this year, like that's a game the Bears would never win. And there's data to back it up. The Bears this year are 4-3 when down 4+ points at any point in this game, in the game. So they're 4-3 when they have a deficit of 4+ points. From 2016 to 2024, they were 25-86 in those exact spots, 23%. So essentially, if you just got a lead on the Bears, it was over. That's not the case anymore. I also love that the Steelers are nervous about Caleb Williams. They brought in John Reese Plumlee to mimic his elusiveness.
I like that.
That's fun. And I'm excited. I think here's my prediction too. Maybe not this game, but I think within the next month the Bears are going to have a full-on breakout game where their offense puts everything together and the defense is getting healthier. Kyler Gordon has opened his practice window. Jalen Johnson has opened his practice window. I think there's going to be a game in the next like 3 or 4 weeks where the Bears put it all together and it looks awesome. So I'm excited. Last thing I had on this game is Darnell Washington admitted how much he weighs.
311 pounds.
6'7", 311 pounds. Said I got to keep it a buck. I'm 311 pounds.
That's awesome.
That's so big.
And you know what? When I saw that, I told Arian about that, and Arian said that imagine how good he'd be if he got down to 280. And I said, no, you don't get it. You don't understand the allure of Mount Washington. It'd be better if he got up to 330.
Yeah.
I think he could still move pretty good at 330 pounds. He's one of the best blocking tight ends in the game. And the fact that he's able to catch and run like that, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I love watching this guy play. I would like it even more if he was heavier.
Yeah. Hank, are you going to put the Steelers in your hungry dog?
Hey, I got to see who the quarterback is. I'm thinking about it.
You're thinking about it.
Okay, so that means if it's Aaron Rodgers, yes.
I don't know.
That's what that answer meant.
Well, it's also crazy. Is he going to play with just no left hand?
Like
I don't
it's
understand.
Gonna be,
that.
I don't want to put a guy in the hungry dog who's doing it just because, like, I don't think.
That's a hungry dog, though.
No, but if
Willing
you have
to
a
play
bad
through
left hand, you
broken
go,
wrist?
I've played good against them in my career, so naturally I'm going to play good now. Like, I just don't know if that's the case.
Yeah.
If he has a completely broken left hand.
Would that mean that he would be handing the ball backhanded one direction? I
don't know.
He'd be getting any snaps under center would be getting snapped directly into that left wrist.
Yeah, he's got to go one way. Yeah.
That would probably hurt. He's probably going to get it shot up with a bunch of cool stuff. He's going to really enjoy that. But I mean, you don't throw with your left hand unless you're like Mahomes or Josh Allen sometimes. I think he's going to play.
I do have a bet for everyone, too. I think this is the Colston Loveland. He already has had kind of a breakout game. Obviously, that game-winning touchdown against the Bengals. I don't see any props up yet, but Colston Loveland, big game. That's my prediction, and the Bears win. Okay, let's go to the next game. Patriots at Bengals. Hank, the Bengals are 6.5-point underdogs. Over-unders 50.5. Joe Burrow? Are we getting Joe Burrow?
We might get Joe Burrow. So he was a full participant in 11-on-11 work to start the week, and they asked Zach Taylor about it, and he did not say no when they asked him if he was going to start this weekend.
Okay.
So we don't know, but it's not a no yet.
Do you want to see Joe Burrow or Joe Flacco?
I don't know. It's similar to the Steelers thing. It's like I don't know. I kind of think playing Joe Burrow coming off an injury might be better than Joe Flacco.
He might have some rust.
Definitely has some rust.
So this is my prop of a lifetime this weekend. It's Drake May to throw 300 yards for the first time. Plus 264. I put it in before the show started. I feel like this is the week. I've timed Drake May pretty good this year. I called his first win against a team with a winning record. I nailed that one. I feel very confident going up against that defense, the Bengals defense. You can't help but throw 300 yards against them. So
They're historically one of the worst defenses ever. They're so bad.
they're so bad. They actually could become the first team, I think, in the entire Super Bowl era to finish dead last in rushing yards allowed, in points allowed, and passing yards allowed.
Oof.
The stinky hat trick.
Why would Joe Burrow come back?
That's
Because he wants to play.
yeah.
That's the thing.
He likes to play football.
He likes to play football, and he'd rather play football than not play football. I think also to a certain extent, if you're getting paid that much money, there's something in you that makes you want to go out there and earn it.
Hank, is there a chance Drake May listens to this show and maybe is a big fan of Max? Because did you see in a press conference this week, he was asked about leading the NFL in passing yards, completion percentage, and more, and he said, probably the reason I am is we haven't had a bye yet. He took Max's quote.
Yeah, I don't think that was the most original take from Max.
Okay, I was just asking a question.
But it was
That wasn't even a take. That was
No, it
just
wasn't
a
a
fact.
take. It was just a fact.
Stating
I was
fact.
just
And he just repeated the fact. He might not have known that he didn't have a bye yet until he listened to Max say they haven't had a bye. You can't say that's a 0%
No,
chance.
I like that. I would love if Drake listened to the show. He probably does.
Shout out Drake.
Shout out Drake, yeah.
Shout out Drake.
I think Drake May is good, but if you're going to say he's leading the league in passing, you have to talk about how
You have to talk about that stuff.
It's not really you also, but if you look at the passing leaders,
Yeah, he would be
is
fifth.
leading all of them.
He would be fifth,
Well, if you look at the passing leaders,
which
Max-
is still very
Max-
good, but like that is
Yeah, but he's
When
going
you
to
look at
have
the passing leaders-
350 yards this week, so then that's going to give him a nice bump.
350.
Yeah.
We're jumping up to 350.
Yeah. I don't
know
you're
about
right.
that.
You've nailed Drake May all
You
year
can make
long.
that your
You didn't
prop
nail
of
him
the
in the
year.
draft, but like you ever since then, you've
that is
No,
plus,
I've
plus
had my-
860 on the DraftKings Sportsbook, 350 plus.
Had
on
my
Drake May.
finger on the pulse of Drake May. I'm the Drake May whisperer.
facts.
Are you nervous at all about this game?
Yes, like you said, it's a 7-game series for the Bears. Patriots are in kind of like this is the preseason, and you just can't. They got 6 games left. I am definitely worried about a letdown coming. I think the Bills and Ravens, if they lose either one of those games, it's not a letdown. But
One of these, yeah. 'cause if
Bengals,
you-
Giants, Dolphins, Jets, you can't. Those are the games you have to
That's
win.
who you're playing? Wait, say it again?
We have Bills and Ravens,
Mm-hmm.
Bengals, Giants, Dolphins, Jets.
Gauntlet.
I can't believe you're offended that we said that he had a bye. It's insane.
When did I get offended?
Yeah, you were offended.
I was not.
Well, no, it's a fact. You can't get offended
I
about a
was.
fact.
I was merely.
Facts
stating
don't
a
care about your
fact.
feelings.
They don't.
Yeah.
I merely stated if you look at the top of the leaderboards, he's at the top.
Is this similar
Fact or
to?
fiction?
Fact.
Okay, thank you.
So Hank, last year, you remember when you played the Bengals that week 1?
Yep, dumped Gatorade on Mayo.
That sounds disgusting. That might be the worst possible combination of a sauce ever. Do you feel maybe this is the exact same game, just the other way around?
I did think that earlier. That's the letdown. It's.
Because they were, I think, 7-point favorites last year in week
Might have
1.
been 8.5.
7, yeah, it was around
was a
7
lot.
to 8. But yeah, kind of a similar vibe. But you did dodge a bullet. No Jamar Chase.
Yeah, by the way, Jamar Chase is...
I feel like that's going to hold Burrow back from playing.
Yeah, I mean, no Jamar Chase is huge, but more than anything, I feel like suspending him a game is fine. The check,
Yeah,
$507,000, $500,000 for one game. That's brutal.
that's an expensive loogie.
You need to get, like, everyone should just figure out a way to get it all in signing bonus. So if you do end up spitting on someone and they start posting how much you get paid per game, it's like $30,000. Because I saw that, I was like, fuck, dude.
Could you do like
That's not just a little fine.
Could you do spit insurance? Could players buy spit insurance? Like, in case I get suspended this year, I'd like to be covered.
Right.
Like Aflac.
Did
Yeah.
you see the person who denied the appeal?
Yeah, it was Jordy Nelson,
You
right?
think receivers like there's some type of bond? Or,
I denied it first, but yeah.
Spit Brothers.
I was surprised by that.
I was not really shocked that Jordy Nelson said, no, you're going to be suspended for a week. That feels fair to me, but I was actually thinking more about the Jalen Ramsey
Yeah, but
aspect.
isn't being a wide receiver like a brotherhood? Like you got to have each other's backs
Like,
and stuff.
everyone gets one spit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If it was Jalen Ramsey, he should get suspended. But it's like,
Yeah, you would think that the wide receivers would have each other's backs.
Yeah.
I
think,
agree with that.
I think cornerbacks would have gotten 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If you spit, but 1 week for a wide receiver. That sounds right. Jordy Nelson, he's working in the corporate office now. You know how the corporate life goes, Hank.
Yeah.
You sell out, and then all of a sudden you don't have your guys' backs anymore. That's kind of what Jordy Nelson's up to. That's what I think is happening at least. But I do think that Jalen should be allowed to spit on somebody else. Spray it forward.
Yeah.
Like if you get spit on, then you have that spit in your pocket that you could use.
I stand pat. I think there should be a designated spitter on every team. This guy is the captain of spitting today. If he spits, he's allowed to. And then you just get 2 guys spitting at each other if things get nasty.
Sounds kind of hot.
Yeah. Sounds really hot. Spit each other's mouths. Okay. Giants, Lions. Lions minus 10.5. Over under is 50.5. So when Dan Campbell and Jared Goff started in Detroit, remember they went 3-13 the first year. The second year they started 1-6, and then everything started to get better, and they finished that season strong. Then they won a ton. They won 12 games and they won 15 games. I bring this up because the last time the Lions have lost back-to-back games is that 2022 year, the second year for Campbell and Goff, when they started 1-6. They lost their 5th and 6th game, and then from that point forward, they are 40-13 overall, and they have not lost back-to-back games. The Lions are coming off a loss. They're going home. They're going against the Giants, who are the first team that can officially be eliminated from the playoffs this weekend. Mm-hmm. And I think the Lions are going to have their way.
Yeah, I think the Giants will be eliminated from the playoffs this weekend.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what's going to happen. It was a bad scene in Philly for Detroit, but they're going to be back home. They're going to be under the dome. Mm-hmm. It's going to be controlled environment, controlled weather. I feel like this is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. This is going to be the Jahmyr Gibbs game. Maybe the Jahmyr Gibbs game to end all Jahmyr Gibbs games.
Yes.
The Giants' rushing defense is very, very poopy. Super poop. And Jahmyr Gibbs is ready to go off. And I feel like this is going to be, if you're a Jahmyr Gibbs owner in fantasy football, my advice would be start him.
Yeah.
I would start Jahmyr Gibbs.
Big time start. Mm-hmm. And a little David Montgomery, too.
Yeah, sprinkle
because I think Jahmyr Gibbs might get tired from all the yards.
He might. Yeah, he might actually just get exhausted. And by the way, I know Jerry listens to the show, so he'll end up hearing this, but he knows. Jerry has been the most desperate person in the group chat I've ever seen.
Where are we at fantasy-wise?
Well, we can check the stats right now, but one stat off the top of my head is I'd say 90% of the text messages in the fantasy football group chat over the last week have been from Jerry asking people if he's seen his trade requests. He's
that guy.
Putting it out to everybody.
He's that guy.
And he is just saying nonstop, please look at trades. Please turn down counter and trades, trying to get a deal done. Everyone has a trade offer from me. I just sent trades out. You guys should have trades. Fellas, trades are still out there. Accept or decline. No hard feelings. This is the last day, I believe. When is our deadline? I just sent out a trade. You just received a trade option from me. You have a face. Call me or he sent a picture of himself and said, guys, this is me. Just so you have a face to go with it. Call anytime. I'm about to grab lunch with my wife, but I will tell her that this is business if I get a trade offer. Got more trade deals out there. More trade deals than the Trump administration. Run the numbers. Trade deadline this week. Our whole team is for sale. I'm about to send out all of our trades. All caps. Only mutually beneficial.
What is the time? What are the times on these messages? What is the time?
Well, they started Tuesday at noon, and they went pretty much nonstop.
Oh, I love it.
For how long?
About, I'd say, 36 hours.
Oh, I love it.
With no one responding.
No, listen, just wait.
No, they stopped this morning at 1 a.m. Run those numbers. So
got to get those trades.
We got to get the trades done. Jerry, it does reek of desperation.
I would say so. Everything you just read was the most desperate thing I've ever heard.
So I don't have a whole lot of confidence in our team moving forward, but we'll see. At least we're buyers at the trade deadline.
This is what we want Jerry to do, though. We want him to be going as hard as he's going. This is why he's our manager. We don't want him sitting idly by and letting another year pass by where he's got a hole in his driveway and we have to maybe dangle Adam Schefter in his face again. I don't want to do that. So I want to win it. I want to raise a banner.
I do have an update on the standings in the league this year.
Okay.
We're in second place.
Oh.
So
and we're this desperate?
We're this desperate, yeah.
That's good. That's like the Eagles.
Yeah, he's Howie. Jerry is our fucking Jerry.
I love that.
We're 7-4-0. It looks like we have the third highest total of points scored this season, so it's not a Mickey Mouse 7-4-0. I'd like to see what happened in those losses, what we learned from that. But yeah, we're in prime position right now to go on a little run.
I love it. Okay, so we all agree Lions are this is gonna be. I hope we get Jameis. I don't think we are. I think Jackson Dart might be back.
He might be back. Yeah.
I would like to see Jameis though. Okay, next game. Vikings at Packers. Packers -6.5. Over/under is 41.5. We got some J.J. McCarthy discourse going on. He said this week, coming in here, I was taught how to play quarterback a very different way, And when asked how hard is it to rewire, he said it's really hard. You're rewiring neurological pathways, and that's not something that happens overnight.
That's so relatable.
Why?
I understand.
Oh, lefty golf?
Yeah.
I just know that you don't want to have your quarterback saying they're having to rewire neurological pathways in the middle of the season.
I've never been more confident in anything that if you check his recently listened to podcasts, you will find the Dr. Huberman podcast back to back to back to back. That's how he's definitely listened to that guy. Doing extra cold plunges probably, grounding himself at all points. This seems like this might be the awakening of 9.
Yeah. Listen, I've seen
It's
lot
9
of it
o'clock this weekend.
because you see, there was the tweet that was like, hey, Justin Jefferson was awesome with Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold, Nick Mullins, Carson Wentz, Josh Dobbs, Jaron Hall, Sean Mannion. I don't know if he was, maybe I'm forgetting, was Jaron Hall more than one game? Because I don't. Maybe
It might have been one half of good Jaron Hall. I feel like it was one good half.
I think he might have played the Packers in one game. Either way, there's a lot of freaking out right now when it comes to J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota. I think I'm going to buy stock now.
I think both teams
Buy the dip.
Both these teams are freaking out right now.
Yeah.
Both fan bases are like, what do we have? What is it that we're working with? The Packers are freaking out because they had all the expectations in the world, and it seems like the discourse that we've been having around the Eagles is the discourse we should be having around the Packers in terms of like the questioning the team.
Yeah.
Because Packers fans are not happy with the offense. I don't know how they can be. And
No.
then Vikings fans are like, it's like second to second whether or not we have a quarterback.
Yeah.
I saw some of the throws that that 9 had last week. And there were a few that were just like, I don't know if this is fixable. But then again, I did not take into account rewiring his neurological pathways.
I just looked it up. The Jaron Hall game, Justin Jefferson had 5 catches for 59 yards. So I don't know if we had Jaron Hall to, like...
I just remember being surprised that Jaron Hall looked competent for a half.
Yeah.
And we put that in KOC's resume.
Yeah. What do you say, Hank?
J.J. McCarthy week 1 played like absolute dog shit, but then he had the fourth quarter comeback. Everyone was kind of singing his praises. He had a fourth quarter comeback on Sunday. If they win that game, what does the discourse look like?
That's what I would have loved to have seen. Not because the Bears
It would have been winner.
It would have been
winner.
He would have been a winner. He's a winner. He wins football games. The intangibles.
So I do feel like it's a little bit over. They're like freaking out.
Hold on. Are you saying that we react like knee-jerk reactions on just based on wins and losses?
But it's like sky is falling. There's obviously knee-jerk reactions.
I know. I'm agreeing with you. This is exactly
but
how
this
every
is
fan
over.
works.
I would say it's an over.
Not every quarterback.
Over exaggeration.
It's like if he had won that game, then I would really enjoy the discourse surrounding J.J. McCarthy this week. It would have been incredible. But the fact that he lost, I don't know.
He's also a rookie.
But it sounds like you're also taking the side of, think about it. He actually kind of did win that game last week. We should be talking about him as a winner, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, the problem that J.J. McCarthy has is he stepped into a situation where it was, again, a 14-win team last year, and KOC has been dubbed the QB whisperer. So that's where he gets hurt. I actually saw a Vikings fan, pointed out that what the Vikings really should do is cut J.J. McCarthy so he's a bust and then sign him back so he's a reclamation project. Then he'll be good.
That's a genius take. I think, was that Skull? Who is that? Skull Chris?
I think so.
Skull something.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a great point.
I'll try to find it.
I think that they should heavily consider that.
I think the Packers are going to win this game. I think the Packers' defense is what's going to carry. The Packers have a very tough schedule down the stretch, so this is a must-win for them.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Matt LaFleur right now is he's also not happy with the state of the Packers fan base.
It was Skull Cole
Cole.
at Skull Smith. Cut J.J. McCarthy, officially declaring him a bust. Sign McCarthy, former draft bust, and have KOC fix him. Smart. We also had J.J. McCarthy's, I think, high school quarterback released a letter because he called Chris Carter a clown or a dumbass, and then he released an apology letter. That's just too much.
His high school quarterback?
Coach.
Oh, his quarterback coach.
Yeah. His high school coach. He called him a fucking clown, and he released a full letter.
I respect that. You got to stand
Want
up
to
for
offer
your
my
guys.
sincere apology for my recent remark directed toward Mr. Carter, in which I referred to him as a fucking clown in response to his comments about the Vikings quarterback play. While I will always stand up for someone I love, like my own son, my choice of words was completely unacceptable. You didn't need to release something here, buddy.
Is he apologizing for the fucking part or the clown part?
I don't know, but it was. I don't think anyone cared.
No, I didn't hear about it until just now. But yeah, Matt LaFleur is not happy with the state of the Packers fan base.
He's a QB trainer. He was J.J. McCarthy's QB trainer.
He put them on notice this week.
What'd he say?
He said, hopefully our fans will show up in droves and not sell their tickets to the Vikings fans.
Ooh.
We've seen that happen before.
I like this.
So he's kind of sort of blaming the fans. Listen, everybody's got a piece of the blame pie, fans included, going into this weekend. Mm-hmm. But this is a guy that's starting to feel the pressure.
Yeah.
When he's starting to lash out at the Packers faithful, at his own owners, actually. Like, he's actually mad at his bosses.
Yeah.
He's blaming his bosses for this.
Yeah.
Which is not a great trait to have. I agree. I think that the Packers are going to win. There's also a major storyline developing between the rivalry between these two fan bases going into this weekend. Do you remember last year what they did before the game in Minnesota?
I do not.
There was a giant tug of war that took place on the bridge that goes over the river that forms the border between Minnesota and Wisconsin.
I like this.
The two states are all about reciprocity. Mm-hmm. We know that. They did a giant tug of war, and it was on the St. Croix River.
Yep.
Is when they did it.
St. Croix, Wisconsin is a place I've actually been many times. It's a really fun city.
So there's a historic bridge that spans this river. There was a 150 versus 150 tug of war match that happened. They raised money for first responders that service that entire area. So it sounds like a good charity. The Packers won last year. Mm-hmm. They're trying to run it back. But the bridge, I think it's the Stillwater Bridge.
Okay.
The bridge denied them. The bridge said, no, I'm not open for business. I believe the quote from the bridge was, we're in the transportation space, not the party planning space.
Oh.
So you can take your Mickey Mouse tug of war elsewhere.
We care about it. We got a job to do. The bridge just said we got a job to do.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this is enough. We gave you last year, but
Yeah.
I got things to do on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. So they had to find a new bridge. So they found a new bridge, but it's no longer a neutral site game now.
It's in Wisconsin?
Now
or-
it's in Wisconsin.
Okay.
It's near Pier 500.
Okay.
They're still going to do it, and it's going to be about the same, like 150 to 150.
But it doesn't have the same.
But it doesn't have the same. It feels like it's a home game for Wisconsin at this point, not
Yeah.
a true neutral site. But I did appreciate the owner said maybe this is the start of a compromise. Maybe we switch every other year, or whoever wins gets to host next year, because that's how it worked out this year. Packers fans won last year, so Hudson is hosting this year. But
it should be about the game, though, because I think the Vikings won both games last year.
Yeah, whoever wins the football game.
That should be who gets to host it.
I agree. Should get to host the next year's. And I don't know how they decide. I guess that'd be a perfect way to decide which game they do it on.
Yeah.
Because the teams obviously play each other twice. But I've got all eyes on the tug of war.
Yeah.
I think I'm leaning towards Green Bay in that one as well, given the home environment.
Shout out Turtle Lake Casino in St. Croix, Wisconsin. Lost a lot of money there.
Great place.
It's the type of place that you can go with some friends and go to a bar that probably is also a bowling alley, drink for like 4 hours, and then they eat some cheese curds, and then they give you your tab, and it's like, that will be $22, sir. It's like, what do you mean? I drank 40 beers. Mm-hmm. That's the kind of place it is.
There must be some sort of error.
I bowled 10 games of bowling,
Yeah.
ate 3 pounds of cheese curds, and had 40 beers. How is this only $22?
Yeah, it's a great. Like, if you can take a vacation there from New York City, you're going to love every set. You're just going to walk around saying the entire time, like, can you believe these prices?
Great dive bars there. Okay.
Also, the Packers are 3-7 against the spread.
Ooh. Yeah, this is the worst, I think, since like 2000.
It's the Packers, 1997.
What? What was that?
What?
The Packers 1997?
What?
Oh my! Sorry. The stat. Well,
I think
no.
Hank's controller just turned off.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was answering your question. Green Bay's 0-6 against the spread this season as a 4-point favorite or more.
Okay.
Okay,
At
we
first,
said 3-7 against the spread
Yeah,
overall.
I had the wrong stat, but Yeah, my bad.
No,
I like that.
That's
the Packers, 1997.
Wait, so
They're the first 0-6 team against the spread or worse in this spot through 11 weeks since 1997. The Packers.
okay, that's actually a useful stat.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they were that bad as heavy favorites. I just knew they were 3-7 against. That's the stats behind the stats.
Yeah.
Apologies.
That's the hidden stats.
No, you went
Hank,
deeper on my stat.
do not apologize. That was a funny moment.
You cucked my stat, but I kind of enjoyed sitting in the corner and watching.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. Anytime you talk,
made my
I
stat
like
feel
it.
good.
I want you more involved. What's that? What's that face?
It's debatable.
What do you mean?
It's debatable.
All right, let's debate.
I could show many examples of me talking and you getting very upset.
Sometimes you do say things that bother me, but other than that, I like you talking.
That's your role, though.
but it's
Yeah,
not-
your
Your
role.
role is to bother.
What would
everyone
Gaz
else on
do?
this
What would
show.
Gaz do?
Yeah.
Me and Gaz just exist. We're here to exist. We're
No, but wait,
we're
Gaz
just
would
a couple
say
co-hosts
you're a
existing.
co-host.
Shout out to Gaz. He's now a co-host of a name show. Did a great job today. Great
That's
job.
Gaz. Okay.
Just co-hosting. That's what we do.
Hank, I don't
That's
want
what you guys do.
I don't want you to ever change a thing ever,
Okay.
except maybe start playing golf left-handed.
Seahawks Titans. Titans are 13.5-point underdogs. Over-under is 40.5. The Seattle Seahawks have won 6 straight games at the 1 p.m. Eastern window. Or like mid,
Yeah.
I think Central Time and Eastern Standard Time. This means nothing.
Well, no, it kind of goes along with the stat of how good they've become on the road.
Yeah.
The
true.
Seahawks, it's kind of puzzling that they haven't been as great at home, but they're dominant on the road, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So this game is a bummer. I don't really want to.
Really,
This game's a bummer.
The Seahawks are the best team in the NFL against the spread
Yeah.
this season. They are 8-2 against Las Vegas.
And the Titans
The
are.
city, not the team.
Think about this: the Titans are playing a team at home. They're 13.5-point underdogs. The team they're playing had a quarterback throw 4 interceptions the week before. Obviously, there's more to it because the Seahawks are very good, but still, this is a bummer. I don't really want to. I'm opting out of all Titans talk. Seahawks are good.
I am too. I do have one thing that I saw about Cam Ward.
Okay.
So if you're a Titans fan and you're thinking about Cam Ward and you're hoping that he's good, but you're not quite sure what's going on or what you're even looking at when you watch a Titans game, Cam Ward has played against the toughest defenses of any quarterback ever drafted first overall.
Oh wow.
So based on like EPA and all that stuff, he's had the toughest go on it. So even when he just drops the ball, you can be like, that's a really tough defense. No other rookie quarterback that was drafted first overall had to play against these kinds of defenses ever.
He's going through a gauntlet.
He's going through a gauntlet. So you can tell yourself that and be maybe a little bit less sad if something goes wrong this weekend. Also, this is maybe a revenge game. In the 1987 AFC playoffs, it was the Oilers against the Seahawks.
Wow.
Before the Seahawks switched and went to the NFC. So these two teams don't like each other.
They
very
hate
much.
each other.
A little revenge for the Birds this weekend, perhaps.
They hate each other. Okay, big game. Colts, 3.5-point underdogs at the Kansas City Chiefs. Over-unders 50.5. This is a massive, massive game. The Chiefs are on the brink. If the Chiefs lose this game, what's that face?
Come on.
I'm saying if they lose this game, if they lose this, they have to win 6 out of their last 7. Realistically,
what they're looking at, we're in phase talk or era talk.
Yeah.
This might be the end of the Chiefs' second era. Well, it could be the era's era.
yeah.
I think this might be the end of the era's era for the Chiefs, because if this season goes the way it's looking like it's going to go, they have to make some major changes and add, like, I'd say the first era was probably the Tyreek Hill era
Yeah.
for the Chiefs. What's that look?
This is their first era.
Yeah, they're all in the same era.
I know, because I would say post Tyreek the team's been different.
Yeah, but it's still, I mean, that's
Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce,
Yeah,
Andy
Andy
Reid,
Reid.
Okay, well
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
That's it.
This could be the end of the era's era, which is their first era, and they'll have to reimagine. My point is they'll have to reimagine a lot of stuff.
Yes.
This offseason if this one game goes poorly for
Did
them.
you see our colleague Jerry Thornton getting? He was throwing out some good bait online. Did you see it?
No.
After he posted a clip of the Broncos hitting the game-winning field goal, and he was like, say goodbye to the fraud dynasty that never existed or something. And then obviously a lot of Chiefs fans are like, it's a dynasty, which it
Yeah, it is.
it has. You can't say it's not. going to the Super Bowl, what, 5 times?
Yeah.
No. 4 times.
Wait,
They won 3 out of the 4.
they lost to the Eagles and they lost to the Bucs.
The Bucs, yeah. So they went to 5 Super Bowls in
Yeah.
what, 6 years?
Yeah.
And they won 3 of them?
Yeah, that counts.
That's a dynasty.
That's dynasty. 3 and 5 years. That if you win 3 and 5, we count that as a dynasty.
Which they did. Yeah, they
Yeah.
won 19, 22, 23. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, that's 3 and 5.
Yeah, 3
I'm
and
bad at
5.
math.
And then
I'll say one thing. Year math fucks me up all the time.
Yeah.
Well, the NFL's
It
ridiculous
fucks me
'cause
up
of
all the time.
I agree. I mean, it fucked up the Commanders when they put out their new merchandise and they crowned us like 1992 Super Bowl champions on them. It's like,
I can't figure it
We call
out.
that the 1991 season. The calendar should start after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The start of the American calendar should
be February 15th.
15th. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
Yeah. But, so do you agree it was a dynasty? It may be over, but you can't say it wasn't a dynasty.
Yeah,
The last great American dynasty, maybe.
I guess technically.
You don't agree.
No, I do. I mean, I have to. It's the letter of the law. They are a dynasty.
But you disagree with the
you're
law.
You're doing it against your will.
I have no choice but to accept it as a dynasty.
You have to follow the law, wherever it may take you.
They did lose to Tom Brady during that dynasty
They on the Patriots.
and the Bucs.
No, because I think they lost to Tom Brady on the Patriots before the
Before the
dynasty
dynasty
started.
started.
Got it. So,
So
yeah,
the Bucs
First Super Bowl.
really got to give credit to the Bucs for breaking up what could have been an
Dynasty
all-time
killers.
dynasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I've got some stats behind
and the Birds.
the Chiefs in
Thank you, Hank.
in one-score games.
But that also was the end. That already, the dynasty was over then.
No, they're gonna. I've heard on the show a million times. They're gonna win the Super Bowl this year. So this dynasty will still continue. after they win the Super
Hey,
Bowl this
have
year.
you ever made a take that you were wrong about? Like saying that the Patriots stink after they lost the Raiders?
No, I just said they might not be there this yet. Might, keyword might. I also said on the show they're going to be the best team on this podcast, which I was laughed at, mocked on, ridiculed.
But then you took it back.
Then you walked that
But then
back.
you walked
walked
it
that
back. So which one do you want credit for?
You laughed at yourself.
So
You laughed at
You can
yourself.
walk back takes, but no one else can.
I just said that might have been wrong.
But now
I
you want
was
the
wrong
credit
about
for
being
not.
wrong.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, yes, I make bad takes.
Is that so hard?
The Chiefs have to win this game.
I do have stats about the Chiefs and how they operate in end-of-game situations when it's close. Last year, they were dominant in these close one-score games.
Yep.
Just found a way to win every single week, no matter what. If you look at, there's a company called True Media that allows you to look at like every play in certain specific situations. So if you make the criteria that if it's within 8 points, so a one-score game, in the final 5 minutes of regulation, and they only count the snaps that aren't kneel downs. So real plays in one-score games in the final 5 minutes of regulation. The Chiefs, they've only had 11 snaps under those parameters.
Okay.
But their success rate is, I believe, Mahomes is 2 for 10 for 29 yards, 1 sack. They have a delay of game penalty too, so they have a net total of 13 yards. That means they have an 18% success rate in those clutch situation plays.
Yep.
18% would be the absolute lowest of any NFL team over the last 8 years. The last 8 years, they would be the worst in those situations this year. And then if you count that as among teams with at least 10 snaps in that situation, it's the worst mark of any team in the last decade, per The Athletic. So it's just, they're just not good at the end of football games.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like if you look at all of the Chiefs' numbers, defensively, offensively, they are still a good football team. It's the end of game situations, and we said it on Monday. The most shocking thing about that game against the Broncos, and I give all the credit to the Broncos for this, when the Chiefs used to have the ball up 3 with 4 minutes left, you wouldn't get the ball back. That was just the game. It was just over. The Chiefs would just drain the clock, get the first down, and the game would be over. They can't do that right now. And the Colts are getting a little healthier with their secondary, which is now going to be a strength because of obviously the trade for Sauce Gardner. But I think Chardavius Ward is opened his practice window. The Colts, this is kind of a like if the Colts can end the Chiefs right here,
Yeah.
The Colts are now very much for real. I mean, I already think they're for real, but this is a big spot. I'm excited for this game.
I was thinking about what's going through the minds of the Colts players this week. And obviously the Chiefs are going to be dangerous because they're a desperate wounded animal that's been put in a corner.
Yeah.
And they have to fight. But there's also a chance that they could just give up at some point because
Right.
they're sick of fighting. The Colts team is going to be super fired up going into this game.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is their chance to shut up everybody that's like the Colts might be a fraud.
Yeah, they might be, which I do not think they're a fraud.
I don't think so either. I think that that's going to be an edge that they're going to use.
Yeah.
I think I like the Colts this weekend. I think that big game for Jonathan Taylor.
Fun fact, the Indianapolis Colts are the only team that Patrick Mahomes has not beaten in the regular season.
That is a fun fact.
He's 0-2. Also, fun fact, ready for this one, Max? Patrick Mahomes right now, the Chiefs are on pace to not make the playoffs. They're outside looking in. That would be something that Jalen Hurts has never done. Jalen Hurts has never missed the playoffs.
Awesome stat.
That's an awesome stat.
Fantastic stat.
Did Jalen
But
Hurts,
also, Jalen Hurts would have to win his next 10 playoff games and 2 Super Bowls to tie Patrick Mahomes at the same age.
Sounds like it's possible.
Okay.
Max,
You're saying there's a chance was what I was going for there. Couldn't quite get those words out of my fucking mouth.
Max, would you take credit for the Eagles breaking the Chiefs dynasty?
Yeah, I mean,
For destroying the genetic makeup of that team.
if someone had to do it, I'm happy it's us.
Hank, how do you feel about that? About the Eagles being your greatest ally?
I love that. I love that Eagles team. It's
You love Philly.
the biggest bet I ever won.
Thank you, Big Dom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shout
to
out
Philly.
Big Dom.
Yeah, Dom Brady.
He's the man.
I mean, he wasn't on the field, but shout out to the Eagles.
Yeah, but you know his
he
impacts.
was. Yeah, he was.
He was definitely on the field.
Yeah.
You're wrong about that.
He was on the field.
After the game.
And
No, during the game, too.
on the sidelines, yeah, he stepped on the field a
He was
couple
on the
times.
field.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
here-
Eagles.
A little nerd thing from Sports Info Solutions. The Colts, so the Chiefs play a lot of 2 high zone looks, cover 4, more so than cover 2. And the Colts are top 10, and the Chiefs are bottom 5 in success rate in each of these splits. So Jonathan Taylor may be a good game. Tyler Warren. More Tyler Warren and Michael Pittman. They could be the guys that are getting a ton of targets here.
I think this might be a Jonathan Taylor special.
Ooh.
It might be a special.
Okay, let's go to the next game. The Jets at the Ravens. Ravens are minus 13.5.
The Rex Ryan Bowl.
Over-unders 44.5. Tyrod Taylor will start.
I'm gonna ask Diana.
What do we think, Memes? Where are we at?
I think I think the Jets are due to get blown out, and if Lamar plays, I think everyone should just go enjoy their Sunday. Don't watch this game.
Okay. All right. No confidence in Tyrod.
I have some confidence. The Panthers game when they played, his arm is done.
But it's more not done than Justin Fields. I guess Justin Fields'
Justin
arm,
Fields just doesn't throw the ball.
he doesn't have an arm.
No, Justin Fields is broken.
But I do feel like Tyrod gives you an offense. I guess what I'm getting, I'm not going to say that the Jets are going to win the game, but I kind of like them to cover.
Yeah, no, Tyrod gives you a chance. And Lamar didn't practice yesterday because of an ankle. So,
Okay. Now, so I saw a cut up of all of Lamar Jackson's interceptions that he's had over the last 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. The Baltimore Ravens wide receivers lead the league in interceptions. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Lamar has been so good at taking care of the football when it comes to passing. Fumbling's a different story, but when it comes to passing, he just does not throw interceptions. Any interception that happens is because it bounced off his receiver's hands and then hit the tight end in the face mask and then caromed into a cornerback's arms. It's pretty crazy to watch.
Thoughts, Memes?
Jets don't have an interception this year.
Really?
Yeah, only team without an
I
interception.
feel like you were holding that stat back from
Yeah.
us. I feel like you were hiding that from
No, I
us.
thought everybody knew that stat.
Were you ashamed of that one?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little
because
bit.
they've had the ball thrown directly to them and they still haven't picked it up.
A lot of times.
A lot
A lot of times. The Ravens defense, we talked about it on the show, under 20 points allowed in the last 5 games. They have turned the corner. This is when the Ravens have to start. They struggled a little bit with the Browns. That was a tough game, divisional game on the road. This is a game they need to just dominate. right?
Well, what about? Have you thought about Aaron Glenn off a bye?
I have not thought about Aaron Glenn. He's not, though.
They're not. They won off a bye, though.
They lost
won
to the Patriots.
That's
last
right. I
week on
forgot about
Thursday
the
Night
game against the
Football.
Patriots. Yeah, I forgot. That was a long
No,
time.
they won.
Yeah, no, but they played.
Yeah.
They're not off a bye.
They're not off a bye.
Not off a bye.
I had forgotten about the Patriots game on Thursday because that was not on a Sunday. But
And it
yes.
feels like 10 years ago.
So no, the answer, Mike, I have not thought about Aaron Glenn off the bye either.
Okay. Okay. Afternoon games. Browns at Raiders. Raiders are 3.5-point favorites. The over-under is 36.5. Do you guys know the last time the Browns have won on Pacific Standard Time?
Ooh.
Baker Mayfield, 2018.
No, it was actually Brandon Whedon beating Carson Palmer in 2012.
Who could forget?
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So it has been it's been 13, 14 years, bad at year math, since the Browns last won a game on Pacific Standard Time.
That's very tough. It
Yeah.
could happen, though.
It could
It
happen.
feels like this might be the weekend that it maybe could happen.
Well, Shador, remember, the Raiders passed on Shador 7 times.
Yeah.
7 times in the draft, the Raiders passed on Shador, and they said they were going to draft him.
And the Browns passed on him how many times?
A lot.
6?
Shitload.
Yeah.
Everyone passed on
That's
Shador
probably
a
why
lot.
he doesn't seem to get along with the Browns. He's like,
Yeah.
You guys passed on me too.
Listen, we need Shadussi to win this game so we can get some takes off. Right?
I 100% agree. I think that he has the highest upside in terms of driving people insane.
Mm-hmm.
One way or the other, given if he plays well or he plays poorly, some people are going to be mad. The Shador apologists will be out in full force if they somehow lose this game and Shador plays well. That might actually be, if we're looking for the perfect take, like Petri dish, I think the ingredients you would add to it would be Shador going for like 300 yards. A lot of good quarterbacks haven't thrown for that yet.
Yep.
Having him go off and then have the Browns defense somehow actually not hold up their end of the bargain. And then we'll get people being like, his defense has to play harder for him.
Yep.
That would be very funny if that were to somehow occur. But yeah, it's that's not going to happen because their defense is awesome and Myles Garrett is dominating and he has an opportunity to break the all-time sack record this season.
Yes, he has been phenomenal. I did say the stat earlier in the week that the Browns, since coming back as a franchise, quarterbacks are making their first career starter 0-17.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad.
Yep.
That's really,
42nd
really bad.
Browns starting quarterback since 1999.
But some positive news, Shador Sanders, his jewelry didn't get stolen. So his house was robbed during the game, which, do you think the robbers waited until he got in the game? Because that's kind of weird that he got robbed on the day that he played in the first regular season game.
I think it's more that could be the case. They've got like a TV and they're like, okay, we've got eyes on him. We can confirm that he is in the game.
He's not near his phone.
He's not at his house right now. It might also just be that the only reports that we've heard about are from starters. Like maybe backup guy. If they're robbing starters, they're probably robbing some backups, right? But they just call the cops and then nobody picks it up in the news because they're like, oh, this guy's QB3.
Yeah.
Not worthy of a click. But he had a great quote from it. He said, I didn't get robbed. My house did.
Ah,
That's a good way to look at it.
I like that.
Yeah, so he's resilient.
I like that a lot. I'm gonna probably take the Browns. I don't want to watch this game.
I am also going to. I want to watch for the Shador takes. I want to
Yes.
I want to be prepared going into Sunday night show, armed with every single snap that Shador had, all the throws that his receivers didn't make a good enough play on.
Yep.
How his offensive line didn't block hard enough for him. I want to know everything that's going on.
I agree with that. All right, Jaguars, Cardinals +3, over under is 47.5.
I had a quick question for you about the Raiders.
Oh yeah.
Do you think at some point Pete has to get Geno off the field? I don't think he was the problem last week. He was one of the problems. But
Yeah. I don't know. Does it matter?
Not really, but
Right.
I think that Pete at some point he's got to do something if he wants to keep the guys that are in the locker room kind of like on board.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like Geno can't. I don't think Geno can be the quarterback next year. I'm saying
Right.
this season it doesn't matter. I don't know what the Raiders are going to do.
Yeah.
It's just a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
So he could or he could not. I think they'll still be bad.
They'll definitely still be bad. I don't think it would make a difference, but I don't know. I just hear it's mostly former players that talk about it when they say that there's a guy that's obviously struggling.
Yeah.
Then at some point, all the other guys that have contracts that they have to earn, they start to turn their back on the coach when they don't make a move to at least like change something. You're right. It does not matter at all.
Because I feel like there's going to be a lot of Raiders that aren't Raiders after this season.
Yes, I would agree with that. And who's his backup? Is it Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett.
So what's Kenny Pickett's war over Geno? At this point,
I don't know.
I don't know that it's that. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The Cardinals and the Jaguars. The Jaguars are 3-point favorites. The over-under's 47.5. Jonathan Gannon said on being on the hot seat, he said, not controllable for me. I didn't hire myself. I'm not going to fire myself. He could fire himself.
You could
absolutely fire himself.
Fire yourself, rehire yourself.
Yeah.
Demote yourself.
This is a sneaky big game in terms of the Jaguars are an up and down team where they're up, they're down, they're up, they win, they lose, they win, they lose. This is a team they should beat off a big win. They're very much in the wild card race. They're in the playoffs right now. I want to see the Jaguars put it together.
Yeah, I mean, last week was pretty impressive what they did after giving up that
Big
lead
time.
to Houston to come back and just kick the shit out of the Chargers.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. I don't think anyone saw that coming. I like Liam Cohen's advice that he's given to Trevor Lawrence now. We're seeing a different Trevor out there now. Liam Cohen told him it's time to cut it loose.
Let's go.
So we've been cutting it loose for the last week. I don't know if he's cut loose this Sunday as well. I imagine you have to keep him cut loose if it worked last week, right?
Yes.
But I like that advice. Trevor does sometimes tend to play like a little wound up, a little tight.
Just a tiny bit.
So just cut it loose. Like he looks like he should be the loosest guy in the NFL.
Yeah.
He looks like Spicoli out there.
Cut it loose,
But
Trevor.
He's got to just keep it cut loose. And yeah, I like the Jaguars' chances too because I don't know what to expect from the Cardinals.
No one does.
I don't. I really have no idea.
Jacoby's going to throw it all around the yard.
He could, go off for another like 450 yards. He could throw for like 117 yards and 2 picks. I don't know what to expect from the Arizona Cardinals.
So we talked about the Browns, Raiders. We talked about the Jaguars, Cardinals. The other game in this slate besides the Eagles is the Falcons and Saints. This game, the Falcons are just the biggest bummer team out there. The Saints are 1.5-point favorites. The over/under is 39.5. I'm gonna probably bet the Saints because something about Tyler Shuck. And I just don't know, like Drake London's going to be out probably, and Kirk Cousins starting. Michael Penix hurt again. Mm-hmm. Everything is just bad. Congratulations, Hank, by the way. The Saints are going to be playing a game in Paris. I know you're pumped about that.
Awesome.
It's huge. Are you going to go?
Gotta work.
Someone said you should have to go to every single international game.
I would hate
that.
That'd be such a
Awesome
awesome
punishment.
punishment.
I would hate that.
Yeah,
Don't
you
do
would
that.
hate
that.
Don't, please. Please.
And I realize now it's probably your burner account. Do you have anything about this game? I don't.
Drew Brees is going to be announcing it.
Okay.
So it seems a little biased. He'll probably have, and it's not right that Drew Brees is announcing. Now that I think about it, he can announce all the other Saints games. I really won't care. This week, the Falcons and the Saints.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing the pregame meetings.
Yeah, I don't.
That's not fair.
Well, no, that's not what I'm talking. But that's a good point. That's an excellent point. And we should have that conversation. I was just saying this is mean for Falcons fans.
Yeah.
Like you hate Drew Brees. The Falcons and the Saints actually, like the fan base it's on site with either one. This is kind of spitting in their face if you're in charge of these play-by-play and analyst placements. He should not be allowed in this game, in a rivalry game. I think it's the bad thing. It's a bad thing to do to the Falcons fan base that's been through enough. And yeah, we got Drew Brees and Kirk Cousins, and Penix is out for the entire season, partially torn ACL. It's a bummer weekend for Falcons fans, and I think that Raheem Morris is probably pretty heavy on the hot seat right now.
You know what would be very fun? What the Falcons could do to have some fun? They signed Kyle Trask as to their practice squad. Kyle Pitts had 720 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns when Kyle Trask was throwing to him at the University of Florida. Let's just do that. Mm-hmm. Let's just do that. Just spam Kyle Pitts, Kyle to Kyle. Mm-hmm. Be fun. Okay, this is so. I mentioned that game first because the Eagles and the Cowboys. The Cowboys are 3-point underdogs. Over/under is 47.5. The Eagles now, unfortunately, we are at a point where they have to put on a entertaining game for us in the afternoon because the other games are not very good, and I do not feel confident in that. And Max is like, I don't give a fuck. how about you give a fuck about our entertainment, okay? How about you give a fuck about the fans?
Sorry, don't care.
You don't care.
Asshole.
You don't
I
care
don't
how the
care
Eagles
about-
look?
I don't care about your entertainment.
Asshole.
I care about winning football games.
Asshole.
Yeah, you got that completely backwards.
Asshole. Just do it.
Yeah.
Have a good game.
I do think this might be an entertaining game.
I think it will be too.
I think it
I
might.
think this is an over game.
I kind of agree with you,
I
Max.
think this is an
Actually, no, I don't. I disagree with you. But I think it's going to be more entertaining than what we've seen from the Eagles.
Are you nervous about this game, Max?
Of course,
I mean, I think the Cowboys are live in this game.
for sure. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to sweep the Cowboys every. I mean, we don't do it. Like we don't do it. It's tough.
And I think that the Cowboys
We
defense,
may have done it last year.
the Cowboys defense was so bad to start the season. They were just
Quentin Williams changed the
terrible.
defense.
Yeah.
He changed it. Also, Overshown coming back.
Yeah.
that's a big deal. So he's an awesome player. And
Cowboys are a good
think,
team.
I think that their defense might end up being like close-ish to average at the end of the season if everybody stays healthy.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're a bottom 3, bottom 5 team anymore.
Their offense is awesome.
And Dak at home against the NFC East, he's been very, very good. He's 21-2 straight up at home against the NFC East, and he's 17-6 against the spread. That's pretty good. He defends Dallas against the NFC East.
How do we feel about the Kelly Greens on the road, Max?
Is that what you guys are doing?
I like
Yeah,
the Kelly
I love
Greens
that.
in
It's the-
all situations.
Because I think this is the first time since they brought the Kelly Greens back that they're doing it outside of Philly.
No problem with it. Zero problem. It could fix the offense. The Kelly Greens could fix the offense. There's no reason to think that it won't.
Yeah, right now what we're doing is a no bad ideas meeting.
Yeah.
All right, no bad ideas.
That's a good idea.
What can-
Kelly Green, always good idea.
What
Always a good idea.
What can fix the offense? Yeah, what about the Kelly Greens? Okay, all right, yeah, no bad ideas.
No, you're saying no bad ideas. Like you're inferring that it's a bad idea. It's a great idea.
I'm not inferring anything. I'm saying
If someone
No,
says,
he's just
how
saying
about
we're having a no bad idea.
I know,
meeting.
I just said it was not a bad idea.
no, but you should be like, great idea.
Great
Like-
idea.
Like you bring that to the meeting and it's like
That's-
Kelly Green's fix the offense. You're like, wow, great idea.
All right, so
But we're
should
not
it be
having a great idea. We're
we're having
no
an
bad
only
ideas.
great ideas meeting.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so say
Only great ideas.
Okay, only great ideas meeting starting right now. Pitch me what you've got, Max.
Kelly Greens.
That's a great idea.
And then
Tanner McKee.
probably every other
Great idea. Cut AJ Brown. Great
This
idea.
is the only great ideas meeting.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Bad
No, that's a different meeting.
Yeah, we didn't. No, you said you wanted an only good ideas meeting.
But then you have to come with good ideas.
Tanner McKee.
You are
Max doesn't understand the assignment.
disrespectful.
Have you thought about Tanner
everyone is
McKee at all this
disrespectful.
year?
No.
Pug
Not
has.
even for a
Pug
second.
has.
I know Pug loves Tanner McKee.
Pug has definitely thought of that.
I think if someone offered a first round pick for Tanner McKee, Pug would say no.
he's not Howie.
I actually know that he would say no.
What would you take for Jalen Hurts?
Me?
Yeah.
That's my quarterback.
Yeah, but
That's your quarterback.
no, I mean everyone has a price.
What would you take for Jaden Daniels?
I think my price was like 6 first-round picks and Josh Allen.
I'll go 7.
Okay, but no Josh Allen. Got it.
well, no, he's got Tanner McKee.
Yeah. Tanner McKee.
He doesn't need Josh Allen.
Every man has got a price.
George Pickens, by the way, his pace this year, 17-game pace, 99 receptions, 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns. He's been awesome. I saw the report that the Steelers were like, we're happy he's had success, but we were so sick of his shit, we don't care. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So is it, they're painting this as a win.
Yeah, I guess so.
So right now they're getting like half the production from DK, but they're not sick of his shit.
Yeah.
So that's a win.
I'm excited for this game. This game better deliver. And I think the Cowboys are live. I think +3 is a bet I might make.
I think they are, but also congratulations to the Eagles for being the first repeat champion of the NFC East since 2004, I believe.
They can't clinch this week.
Yeah, but no.
No, he's just congratulating.
Yeah, congratulations.
They can clinch next week.
Yeah, you guys have
against
won.
the Bears?
Yeah. That's honestly one of the most impressive streaks in sports that division has had.
It is.
Pretty crazy. But,
pretty crazy.
you know, all good things have to come to an end. And the dynasty killers, the Eagles are doing it. So,
Yeah.
good job, Max.
Good job, Max. Okay, last game on Sunday. Good game. Bucs at Rams. Rams are -6.5. Over-unders 49.5. What are we thinking, boys? The Bucs have the flu.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Like the butt flu?
They have the flu. They've been sick. Zach, have you read this?
I'm seeing some stuff on Twitter. Not looking good. Team sick.
Team sick.
And this needs to be like a slump bus game. And now if we're down bad, then what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. How do you get rid of the flu?
Not good. We got blast meds. We need to get some sanctioned meds and start blasting them.
Or unsanctioned?
Preferably sanctioned.
You live in Florida. You got some good unsanctioned meds.
They got some doctors probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably leads the league in unsanctioned meds in the state. I kind of like the Rams in this game. I like the Rams against just about any team. Mm-hmm. But when you toss in the extra flu, and then I think a big difference in this game, Baker, I don't know what he's going to do for motivation because Sean McVay believed in him.
Yeah.
I guess Sean McVay didn't re-sign him.
He does. His wife is pregnant with their second child.
Okay.
Which maybe that's motivation to play for his second child. He said he's going to have a little shithead on his hands because it's a boy they're expecting. Congratulations to them.
Congrats. But you know what I'm saying? Like Sean McVay, there's absolutely no bulletin board that Baker Mayfield can have about the guy that helped him get out of where he was.
Correct. The Bucs are in their just annual slump. So in 2023, they went 1-5 between weeks 6 and 11. 2024, they went 1-4. This year, they're 2-3. They've had losing streaks of 3+ games in each of the last 2 seasons. So this has happened. They just got to get out of it. And really, when they got to get out of it, they got to start playing the Saints again.
Yeah.
I think they have the Saints twice.
That'll be good for him.
Yeah.
That's always nice. We get back to some divisional games, and our division historically not the best. So
yeah, but I kind of like the Rams as well. The flu thing, 15 guys on the Bucs were apparently sick on Wednesday. Now Wednesday is pretty far from Sunday, so maybe they're going to be fine before that. But you never want to hear the flu.
If you all have the flu on Wednesday, is it possible they were all faking it? Wednesday is a great day to fake being sick.
Trying to get out of it?
Like if I was back in school, Wednesday would be a prime candidate for, I don't feel good. I can't go in today. Because then you essentially just give yourself a 2-day school week.
Yeah.
At that point.
By the way, they did already play the Saints once. So they have so this might be the bet on the Rams and then buy all the Bucs stock game. Because the Bucs finish with Cardinals at home, Saints at home, Falcons at home, at Panthers, at Dolphins, Panthers at home. Mm-hmm. That's the buy the Bucs stock, right?
I don't really think the
and they're getting healthier.
The Bucs probably don't have a tremendous sense of urgency right now either.
No, they're kind of slotted in. Hey, if we lose this game, it's going to be. I mean, I guess seeding will matter, obviously, because of there's some very talented teams in the NFC.
Yeah,
but realistically, I would say the Bucs are going to be okay to get in the playoffs. It would be nice for them to win this game, though.
Yeah, not on flu week.
Not on flu week. I also think Todd Bowles blitzing Matthew Stafford's probably not going to work because Matthew Stafford's just good. Really good.
I mean, Todd Bowles has had some games where he just takes the foot off the blitz button, where he's just like, let's see what the defense does if I don't send an extra guy.
Yeah.
But this does feel like a game where he would be more inclined to do that.
Any other things from this game? Do we have a hungry dog? Have you decided?
We do this every week.
I know, and every week I expect you to have something at least
that means that
together.
It's the Bears. That means that the Bears game is going to be in it.
No, that's fine.
We do it every week, and it's like I don't choose a hungry dog on
Okay,
Thursday.
well,
do you know what your every bet? I guess you do it.
You're very defensive right now.
I just every week it's like, what's the hungry dog, and I'm always
I just want to give the people. I mean, this is our picks and preview, but just give us what are you thinking? Sorry, let me rephrase it, Hank. What teams are you looking at for the hungry dog?
That's 100% in the hungry dog.
So then give it to us.
Vikings.
Okay.
I like the Browns. I like the Cowboys. I like the Bucs. I like the Steelers.
Okay.
Some combination of 2 of those will be in it.
And then you're gonna.
I also like the Colts.
Oh, you like a lot of dogs.
I know. That's where it's like I don't, and then I get in my head if I.
What about a round robin?
No.
Why?
It's the hungry dog. It's 3 underdogs.
It's usually a fair question though, because after every Thursday show, I'll go on to the Barstool betting group on DraftKings, and I'll see Hank just put in a bunch of his bets during the show. Mm-hmm. So you do bet it sometimes during the show.
But that's not the final one. That's not the one I like.
It's not the final.
It's the Henry dog.
I put one in. I think I put this in on Sunday. Browns, Bucs, Vikings.
Oh, so that sounds close. That's not the final one.
No.
Yeah, but it's nice to give the people at least
I just
something.
like to check the odds, and then it's like, well, it's already,
Yeah.
it's grouped together. Might as well bet it.
Might as well just do it.
But, yeah, we'll see.
Okay, let's do Jerry's Fantasy Minute, and then we will do our touchdown parlay, and we'll do our best bets.
By the way, in the couple hours since we talked about Jerry and his antics in the group chat. He's texted the group chat twice.
Okay.
Yeah, he is still.
What are the updates?
He's just demanding to know if anybody's going to take any of his like dozens of trades that he's sent out. He said, "I'm taking trades down." Oh, he's doing the artificial takeaway.
Oh.
He goes, "I'm taking trades down, but guys, the flow of players needs to flow. You can just hit decline. Good luck in the playoffs, everybody." To which CJ McCollum replied, "I'll evaluate today. Been off the fantasy football grid," because he's playing for the Washington Wizards.
Yeah.
And then Jerry says, "I believe there are 9 hours left until trade deadline. ... No biggie."
Okay.
He's very desperate. Jerry's very desperate.
Okay. Jerry, here he is.
This thumbnail looks like
It's
like an
elephant.
incredible.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Incredible.
dick.
Oh, yeah, like a robot penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in his basement or something.
Hey, what's up? Start the music memes. Start the music memes. I'm doing, I got 1 minute. I gotta fix these ducts. We got relatives coming over for the holidays, and I gotta fix the dry duct, and I'm trying to save $200, but I'm gonna end up spending $600 to repair what I did. All right, we're gonna start deep cleaning. Way to be Max. You gotta deep clean. You gotta get in the crevasses. We're gonna sit Hank talking smack about Big Dom. Careful, dude. You're gonna end up with the fishes. We're gonna start Puna Ford and that Rams D. Sorry, Shane. Ever since he left the Chargers, he's kicking butt. We're gonna start Max losing 30 pounds before the holidays. Do it, dude. Come on, we can do this. In reality, we're gonna start Brissett, we're gonna start DeMarcado, and we're gonna start Pearsall. He's back. I did it. 1 minute. Call 1-800. Get somebody to fix your house because you're gonna end up breaking it.
But listen, you're going to do it, Max.
We're starting after the holidays. And
then you're going to blame
going
me
on Ozempic. We're just going to go on Ozempic.
You're going to blame me for the free lunch in January.
Oh, the free lunch. I am so anti-free lunch. It's insane. I'm starting a movement. I might get a petition going.
Come on. You're going to ruin it for everyone else?
No, it depends if enough people want it.
What if we just get, Max, what if we do like a salad bar?
That'd be great.
Free lunch salad
yeah,
bar?
like-
you want that? That's not what he wants though. He doesn't want salad bar.
Like the Ruby Tuesday salad bar.
The Ruby Tuesday salad bar so good, but also pretty fat.
But it's still salad.
But it's still salad.
It is still salad. Okay, let's do. We gotta win our touchdown parlay. Did we get skunked last week?
We might have gotten skunked.
I think we got skunked. So DraftKings football season just got even better. Barstool's bringing you the game of the week every single week through the end of the regular season. Here's the deal. Every Friday we'll announce a game of the week from the Sunday slate of games. When the game of the week drops, all you have to do is share a bet slip on the game with the hashtag Barstool, GOTW, through X or email, and you'll be entered for a shot to win one of 5 $1,000 bonus bets. That's right, 5 lucky winners every single week of the season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code TAKE to get in on the action today. Don't miss the Barstool Game of the Week and your shot at $1,000 bonus bet. Share your bet slip and enter today in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Okay, what are we thinking, boys? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking.
What are we thinking?
I'm thinking Q.
What?
Quinshon Judkins.
Okay.
I like going up against that Raiders defense. I thought about doing Shador at 6-1 because I feel like quarterbacks in that situation, he's going to really want to score if he gets around the goal line.
Yep.
First read's not there, he'll probably take off. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that to the AWLs, so I'll say Quinshon Judkins.
All right,
Browns.
put on Quinshon Judkins on there, Max.
Why are we? You're doing the
He's
wrist.
doing the Shador.
Doing the watch. Yeah.
Hank,
Legendary.
thoughts?
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
The one
Good pick.
I will be betting if AWS want to just take it anytime TD is the Browns defense.
Oh, I like that too. That's a separate one. What do you guys want to do in the night game? I was thinking I want to do Sean Tucker, but Bucky Irving might be back. Should we just go Devontae Adams because he always scores?
Devontae Adams does always score.
And that's our last piece. Do you want to put Devontae Adams in there?
He always scores.
Let's just put Devontae Adams in there.
It's a low odds one.
No, it's 10-1. Or no,
6-1.
6-1. All right. Do you want to go? Do you want to
Sean
put in
Tucker
Sean
would-
Tucker?
would
All right,
boost
put
it
in
up.
Sean Tucker. Let's see what Sean Tucker is. Sean Tucker makes it 10-1. Should we do it?
I say go with your gut.
And my gut was Sean Tucker.
Go with your gut.
All right, so yeah, Quinshawn, Jalen Hurts, Sean Tucker, 10-1. Bet with us.
Strong.
Okay, best bets time. We have the standings. I think I went 0-2 last week. I think it's tight at the top. We have I'm at 13, Max at 13, Hank's at 12, Memes at 10, Zach at 10, PFT 9.5. Got to push.
Yep, got to push and a win last week.
Okay, who's up first?
I believe Big Cat.
Oh, shit. I'm on the clock? I didn't want to be on the clock this early. I am going to, with my first overall selection, I am going to take the Giants-Lions over 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't believe you didn't take this. Nuke City, Volume 2, Kansas City Chiefs, -3.5.
Oh, I got burned last week. I can't do it again. I'm going to bet them, but I can't nuke.
I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks -13.5.
Big spread. Some spread.
I am going to take. I will take Bengals Patriots over 51.
Good call.
Good call. Good call.
It's 50.5 right now.
Oh, cool.
Oh, mine's 50.5 as well. Sorry.
I'll take 50.5.
Mine is 50.5.
I would like to take the Philadelphia Eagles -3.
Go Birds. Big game Max. Another big game.
Big
for
game Max.
What'd you say?
I said
Big
another
game
big
Max.
game for big game Max.
Oh, got it.
I'm going to take Nuke City,
Oh.
Nuke World, Nuke Universe.
Yep. Love this.
The Indianapolis Colts.
Oh.
Plus 3.5.
Oh, boy.
That's a big half point right there, Hank.
That's a huge half.
3.5.
So.
Give me the hook.
Nuke City.
Give me the Colts and nuke it. And then for my other pick, I might do a double nuke. I might do Fat Man and Little Boy. Welcome to tomorrow's part of my take. I'm doing the under, the under in the Jets Ravens, 44.5. I don't see how that game gets to like 35.
Nice pick.
Yeah. What memes?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to take the over in the Vikings-Packers game at 41.5.
Okay. Max?
I'm going to shuck some corn. Saints -2.
Shit. I wanted that. It's 2.5, by the way.
-2.5. Fine. Like, still love it.
I'm going over in the Jets Ravens over 44.5. I think this flies.
Whoa. Flies.
Flies.
It's the Jets Ravens.
Flies.
You think Tyrod revenge game?
Yeah, this will be like 44-21.
Flies.
Who wins?
Ravens.
Okay.
All right.
Give me over 35.5. That's a criminal number for an NFL football game in the Browns Raiders.
I'll take the Cowboys +3. What?
Bad guy.
Why?
Bad guy.
I think the Cowboys are going to cover the spread. The Eagles can win the game.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. That's why we gamble.
We'll see, yeah.
We'll see. Okay, let's get to our interview with Pete Prisco and Kyle Long, and then we'll finish up with Fyre Fest.
Before we get to Kyle Long and Pete Prisco, they're brought to you by our great friends over at McDonald's. This episode is brought to you by McDonald's and their all-new Buffalo Ranch sauce. The new Buffalo Ranch sauce has arrived. It pairs perfectly with your snack wrap, your McCrispy sandwich, and your McCrispy strips. It's got the tangy zang of buffalo with the creamy cool of mild ranch. It's mild and wild at the same time. It's a sauce that balances itself. It complements the crispy chicken. It's delicious. We have some right here in studio. I'm about to have a snack wrap that's got the all-new Buffalo Ranch sauce on it, or you can dip the McCrispy strips right into it. It's a perfect combination of ranch and buffalo. There's a new sauce in town at McDonald's, tangy, creamy Buffalo Ranch, available for a limited time at participating McDonald's while supplies last. Kyle and Pete are also brought to you by our great friends over at Hulu, where you can watch Sebastian Maniscalco's new stand-up special, It Ain't Right. It's streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. Filmed live at the sold-out United Center Arena in his hometown of Chicago, Sebastian's newest special features his larger-than-life presence, his one-of-a-kind physical comedy, and hilarious everyday observations that will keep you laughing nonstop. Don't miss him Watch him take the stage in his most epic and legendary performance yet. Sebastian goes all in on family chaos, aging, non-existent manners, life's most relatable and frustratingly funny moments. Grab the popcorn, get ready to laugh. He's got a lot to get off his chest. Watch Sebastian Maniscalco, It Ain't Right. Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply. And now here is Kyle Long and Pete Prisco.
Okay, we now welcome on two very, very special guests. They are very good friends. We thought this would be fun to do because you can see them all the time on CBS Sports HQ. It is Pete Prisco and Kyle Long. They are the new jock and nerd that we used to have. What Pete? You think you're the jock?
It's jock and jock. I don't know.
Oh, it's jock and jock. Okay.
Yeah, nerd. What are you talking about, nerd?
He was a guard in high school, bro.
Yeah,
two bald guys. All right, so we want to have you guys on talk some ball. I want to start with this. You guys work together every day. You know each other's takes. So let's start with what is the thing that you guys disagree with the most right now in the NFL?
Pete, go ahead.
Probably the Bears.
Okay, let's get into it.
Well, because, Kyle, like you, is a homer.
Yeah.
And I'm a little more realistic because I look at the schedule and see, that they really have they played one team with a winning record and lost to them. And so I'm a little apprehensive, and Kyle goes in with pom-poms waving every time we talk about the Bears.
Listen, this is a fair thing to bring up, Kyle. I want to hear your thoughts. I've approached this season. Going into the season, I was like, I want to see Caleb get better, and I want to see Ben Johnson be the real deal. Both things have happened. I understand we haven't beaten anyone good, but we're winning games that we never used to win. You know this. From a culture standpoint, you still talk to guys in the building. It's different. It's different. Whether they end up in the playoffs or not, this has been a success of a season.
Yeah, it's 100% a huge difference. It's polar opposites from the last time we saw this team. I mean, just evidence in the fact that they win close games. That's it's almost like from Space Jam where they took the powers from the Monstar, or the Monstars took their powers. It's like the inverse of that. They found a way to be confident in big moments. And I think the first thing I looked for was the sack numbers getting cut down, and he's nearly, more than cut it in half, Caleb Williams has. So to see that him and Ben Johnson are growing and continuing to progress, and you can hear Ben Johnson this week when talking about Aaron Rodgers comparisons to Caleb Williams. He's like, pump the brakes. This kid's still got to get the ball out quicker, stuff like that. So there's still teaching going on. It's not like that ended in training camp. And I think that's really big for the Bears fans. And I think the other thing is this. I expected them to win 8 games. We're one a game away from expectation. So regardless if you got to play the Philadelphia Eagles for the next 7 weeks, they have reached an altitude at which they can do their glide path and land this plane safely and parlay it into next year. This is just extra football, free football. If you're a Bears fan for the first time in a long time, since 2018, you're watching and say, man, that was fun. I'm just I'm really happy that we're having fun here.
Yes, and meaningful football. Meaningful football in December has not happened in a long time, and this is a good test for this team. And the approach I'm taking, because Pete, I know you're a big schedule guy. If the Bears, the schedule going down the stretch with these 7 games, if the Bears fall on their face, then they were never going to be a playoff team because we're playing playoff teams now. This is what you're going to do when you get to the playoffs. I think they're going to be able to make their way into the playoffs. I know the haters like you have derangement syndrome about Caleb Williams.
Not a hater. Not a hater. I think he's improved greatly. I'm not a hater.
Okay.
I think they're moving in the right direction. I just don't think this is their year. I think they're a year away.
That's fair.
I love what Ben Johnson has done with him. I think he's gotten a lot better. Everything is slowed down. Let me ask you this. Do you guys know the new chant? Good, better, best. It's better. Oh, my God.
Well, the way you say it makes it sound lame.
That's not good, Pete.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let me hear you say it.
What do you mean? Yeah. It's good, better, best.
Well, yeah, then there's another
never let it rest.
Yeah.
Till your good gets better, till your better gets best.
Whoa, look at that.
That's it, bro.
Oh, you're a hater.
What's wrong with that, Pete?
It's corny.
Listen, I would like to agree with you because I feel like we fit the same role sometimes. We're the little spoon in this equation with our counterparts here. Can I hear Kyle say it before I judge it? I want to hear a football guy say it.
What did you say? Good, better, best until your good gets better into your better gets best. I mean,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me, bro? So, like, I was a big BU guy for Matt Nagy, and I use the BU mantra. I write it on my paper every Sunday before I do my show. But when Ben Johnson's mantra is like, let's just go kill everybody, I feel like I would align with that as well. And it's evidenced in those close games, dude. The killer instinct. We want the ball back, and if we do get it back, we are going to score. I saw that type of confidence in Kansas City, and I am in no way comparing Patrick Mahomes to Caleb Williams. But the clutch factor, the belief, and I hear Patrick Manley talk about this all the time, the belief in this locker room, it's priceless, and it gives them an opportunity to win every single time when they have the chance.
That's coming from a guy who's in a locker room, unlike Pete.
Well, he played high school football. You were an offensive lineman, right? You were a guard.
I also know it's corny. It's a little corny to me.
Yeah, it wouldn't get you fired up. It takes something a little stronger than that to get Pete Prisco.
You can't half-ass that saying. You can't half-ass do it. And that's why I give Ben Johnson a ton of credit. Everything this guy does is so insane that it's authentic. Like, it's not quite insane yet, but it's like next door neighbors to insanity, but the good kind of neighbor to insanity. And I feel like the guys are invigorated by that. And, in order to get that stench out of the building that we've had the last handful of years, the last 40, some would argue, 50, whatever it is, you need a psychopath, dude. And they've got one. And, like, I enjoy watching the Bears every week. It looks like all the guys are coached by the same person. Like, when I watch the O-line, for example, if you watch them the last couple of years, it's like, who are the bastards that are coaching these guys? Because they're all using different techniques. They're blocking each other half the time. You watch this team, dude, they are on a mission. Like, the door just dropped on the U-boat, and they're going out of that thing to go kick some ass every single play, bro. And I love that about this team.
That fired me up.
I like your take, too, that it's like the Monstars. They're the Monstars of the Midway. And you could argue, we've talked about this on this show, where it feels like last year the Commanders took that from the Bears after the Bears game, and then this year the Bears took it from the Commanders after that game, and it's like divergent paths for each franchise, kind of a sliding doors game, no matter who wins that one. I think that the Bears are good. I think that they're a good team. I don't think that they're going to win many playoff games, but that's fine. That's still a great season for them. Between the two of you guys, who has had the better season picking games?
Me. But it's been close, and I've been good with
hot and cold for both of us.
Yeah, and I had a couple of weeks where I was just garbage, and Kyle pulled ahead of me. But in recent weeks, he's been garbage, and I've hit my best bets better than he has. But he killed me last year on those. But so far, it's been me, and I've had a couple of really good weeks, and I've had some really bad weeks. By the way, I mean, look, it's this week. This season is goofy. You guys know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's hard to pay the emotions. I mean, how do we gauge like when Green Bay goes and beats Pittsburgh and Aaron Rodgers and comes home and loses to Carolina? I mean, how do Buffalo goes on the road and loses to Miami? It's just so tough to get a feel for this. And so our picks have kind of shown that we've had rough seasons. Although I'm above 500 right now.
It makes it fun though to come in and be like, I can't believe I was wrong there. Why was I wrong? How did this happen? And then you go watch the Panthers and you're like, wait, the Panthers are a good football team. We're spoiled as fans of football to get to see in actuality, I'll say 32 teams that can play some good football. The Titans have a lot of work to do, but like, let's use the Browns, for example. They punish people every single week defensively. And it's just by nature of the fact that there's only 4 elite teams, people will never have an appreciation for like a true appreciation for a guy like Myles Garrett or the season a rookie Carson Schwarzenegger's had in Cleveland. Stuff like that goes unnoticed, but there's good ball being played everywhere. And that's why it's so hard to pick these games.
That's actually a very healthy way to look at it. What did I get wrong? We do absolutely no self-reflection on this show. We just get mad, and we don't really know who to blame it on. So we just put it all on Hank. That's kind of our direction for it. So when it comes to the contest or like the season-long record that you guys have, is there anything at stake? Do you guys have a bet?
No.
Shit talk every single week. When that graphic comes up in the intro, it's either Pete laughing or me laughing. That's really what we play for.
One of us wants to hide and shame every week. Yeah. It's just so bad. You look at the best bet record, and it's like, oh my God, we this stupid? And actually, we are. Look, the bottom line is we have fun. That show is so much fun to do. We laugh. The breaks are incredible, by the way. I can tell you that. the breaks in that show, we laugh our asses off. And Chris Hassel does a great job, and we have fun with it. It's as much as anything I've done, it's the most fun we do there. And by the way, he replaced Brady Quinn, who I did that with Brady Quinn for a long time, and Kyle just stepped right in seamlessly and picked up the pace, and he's done a great job with it.
Yeah, you guys have fun. I like watching the show. I truly watch it every week, and I enjoy what you guys have going on there. I know that you've been talking a lot about the Chiefs and how broken they are. Is there a way that they can move forward, that they can fix it? Is it fixable this season?
Well, Mr. Michael Jordan needs to start playing like Michael Jordan, for one. I mean, Patrick Mahomes hasn't been himself, and last week that game was on him. We want to talk about everybody else, and we give him all the kudos all the time, but he wasn't very good last week. And so I think he's got to take it upon himself to be better, and they got to get the ball down the field, and you can't throw that red zone interception. And so they will get it going, by the way. I'm in the minority on that. I know a lot of people are ready to throw dirt on them. I think they beat the Colts this week. I think the schedule's favorable the rest of the way, and they'll get into the playoffs. And you know what they'll do when they get into the playoffs? Be the team that nobody wants to play because they have Patrick Mahomes. He's just in a little bit of a slump. He needs to start playing better.
And Pete can talk about the offense, but at the end of the day, and Pete, I know we've all watched the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty. What is the one unsung hero for the Kansas City Chiefs? It's Steve Spagnuolo and his defense. Now, third down is widely known as the money down, and they have not been making money on the money down for the Kansas City Chiefs defensively. Even if you do have MJ over there on the sideline playing quarterback, you got to make some stops. And that's the one thing that went kind of unheralded through this whole dynasty was that defense. And the concern for me against this Indianapolis Colts team, which is a must win for the Kansas City Chiefs, is you got to be able to put yourself in a good position on third down defensively. Because when you're going against Jonathan Taylor on first and second down, and then you've got a guy like Warren and the number of guys on the outside that can make plays in short areas, it's going to be tough sledding. So the Chiefs have to dominate first down against the Colts.
I got a question I'll start with you, Kyle, and then I want to hear what you have to say, Pete. Are you enjoying watching the Philadelphia Eagles play football?
You're starting with me?
Yeah.
I understand why people don't, and they want to vomit when they do, but my God, it's the best defense I've seen played in quite some time. And the heroics that have had to take place on that offensive line to fill in for guys that have come in and out and guys that are out there playing hurt. It's an inspiring brand of football. I would describe it as like trench warfare. We're only going to move 2 meters a day, but boy, we're going to celebrate those 2 meters, and we're going to end up taking over your territory. And you look up amidst all the bitching and complaining about the Philadelphia Eagles, and they're in first place. And the defense is an absolute wagon. And you know for a fact that Jalen Hurts will figure something out in the playoffs. And if he does end up in the big game, he's going to play his balls off. And that's just the way that it's happened for the Eagles. Am I concerned with the noise coming out of the receiver room? Hell no. This is par for the course, bro. This is just what happens in the NFL. I used to take the huddle with Martellus Bennett, Brandon Marshall, Jay Cutler, Matt Ford. Shit is said, buddy. We had to kick Brandon Marshall out of an inside run period because Jay wouldn't throw him the ball. Now, let me say that again. We kicked him out of a 9-on-7 running period because Brandon Marshall wanted the football. These receivers are just different, bro. And that's what you're seeing in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I like it. I like that from a wide receiver. Having a little bit of diva is a good thing.
That's every wide receiver. I can tell you this 100%. Back in the day when I covered Keenan McCardell and Jimmy Smith, and Keenan, who's now a wide receiver coach, by the way, we used to joke around and say he was mean and he was happier when he had 3 catches for 28 yards and they lost than he was, when he had 10 catches for 100 yards and they lost, and if he had 3 for 28 and they won. That's the wide receivers. They all bitch and moan. But at some point, you got to tell them to shut the hell up. And the great quarterbacks do. I think Jalen Hurts is getting frustrated with those guys. I really do. And Sirianni needs to tell them to shut up. Go play football. The offense right now is not good at all. The route tree is primitive. People say it looks like a high school offense at times. I can understand. They don't get a lot of separation. They need to go back to the roots. And
Greg Olson's got more routes in his offense with Luke Kuechly than in that Pop Warner league. I can promise you that.
You know what? You're not wrong. And they need to go back to their roots. And what are the roots? Turn and hand the ball off to that guy who carried you to the Super Bowl last year. And then you can throw off of that. I think they've got away from who they are. And Kyle mentioned it. Some of that has to do with the offensive line injuries, and now Lane Johnson isn't there. But Barkley has to carry that team. It can't be the other guys doing it. It has to be him.
So at some point, if Jalen's not the guy that's yelling at A.J. Brown and being like, shut the hell up, because unless there's something that hasn't been reported, it seems like that kind of went above Jalen's pay grade to the point where the owner stepped in. And the owner was like, hey, you got to chill out a little bit. Like if that's coming from the owner and Jalen hasn't done that yet, I could see the team being like, hey, dude, what are you doing? Why aren't you stopping this? Why are you like calling the principal?
You got all the quotes, but none of the confrontational leadership. I mean, that's the hard part about being in the National Football League is it's grown men dealing with other grown men. And then you take into it the account, like, you know that these receivers are going to be a certain type of way. So as a quarterback, this has to be an expectation. You got to put out fires, dude. It's like being a parent, right? Like, no, you can't fucking have that dress. Your sister is wearing that dress right now. Like, it doesn't make sense for you to freak out over this. Quarterbacks have to be good at that. And you either are or you aren't. And it's a personality thing. And I think Jalen I think he's a great leader. I think watching him play football is like inspiring, but some guys aren't cut out to deal with the diva personalities.
Yeah, I'm just thinking right now, my middle child is AJ Brown right now. The way she's been acting around my house, she is AJ Brown, and I'm not dealing with it well. She's about to go and see.
You got to bring the owner downstairs.
I had to carry her into school today because she's like, I'm just not going to school. I was like, well, this is a problem.
Yeah, I had to stuff Frankie, my almost 4-year-old, into the car seat about an hour ago on the way to gymnastics because she wasn't ready to wake up from her nap. But you understand, It's like I'm suited for a little wrestling. So
back in the day, you would have got a swat in the back of the head. You know, you can't do that.
We don't do that.
Pete. You're right, Pete. You're right. All right, so I got a question about the AFC. I was wrong about the game on Sunday. I thought the Chiefs were going to beat the Broncos. The Broncos impressed the hell out of me. Their defense we know is elite. I thought Bo Nix was great too because watching Bo Nix, there's just quarters that go by where you're frustrated and you're like, what is going on? But then he makes big plays. He made some big plays in that game. Are we trusting Bo Nix, Pete?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Why?
Because look, like you said, there are 3 quarters where most of the games where he does nothing, and then all of a sudden he comes alive, and it's just inconsistent. Okay, I'm going to give you said the big play that he threw down the field to Franklin, late in the game. Was that a good throw or a good adjustment by Franklin? And I asked that because somebody told me, they said, "Oh, I think he threw it away from the defensive back." I don't think so. I think it was just a bad throw, and Franklin made a play on the ball. So there are things wrong with his game that I sit there and I say, I don't know if I believe in him yet. We all believe in the defense, and Surtain's not even there. I mean, How good are they going to be? And that'll travel if they have to travel in the playoffs. But is the offense good enough? Do they run it well enough? Do they throw it well enough? And as great a coach as Peyton is calling plays, at some point, that kid's got to be able to make plays in the pocket. You can't boot everything. And we sit and watch the games on Sunday and go, which way is he going, left or right? Is he going left or is he going right? And so I think that's my concern with them.
Okay. Kyle, are you a believer in the Broncos?
I'm a believer in the formula that they have and the recipe for success, which is dominate the line of scrimmage defensively, have a stable of running backs that you can lean on, have a quarterback that can cut the field in half. To Pete's point, it can be to a detriment sometimes when that becomes what you lean into all the time. But as a guy I rush the passer a little bit, I would hate to chase a guy around like Bo Nix because he can throw it, he can run. At altitude, you get worn out up there chasing him around. But I have faith in the Broncos team. I just sometimes have to remove myself and go to 20,000 feet and say, this is a second-year quarterback. So, like, he's been okay, and he's going to get better. And Sean Payton, like the most confident man in football, is the voice in his ear. I think that's worth something, in my opinion.
And by the way, we asked this question the other day when we were sitting around. And so I'm curious to see what you guys say. If the Ravens have to go to Denver and the Chiefs have to go to New England, right now New England and Denver are the 2 best teams in the AFC record-wise, who would you pick?
The Chiefs.
And
I would take in that scenario, I'd probably take the Ravens. Ravens are going to Denver.
I would take the Broncos and I would take the Chiefs.
I don't know if I'd take the Chiefs right
The
now.
scientist in me says that the oxygenation or lack thereof in Lamar's hamstring would lead me to pick the Denver Broncos at altitude.
That's a great call.
So all right, so Pete, we asked Booger this when he was on Wednesday. If I gave you to say, hey, go to the Super Bowl, the Broncos, the Patriots, the Colts on one side, or the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Ravens on the other, you're going to take the Bills, Chiefs, and Ravens?
Absolutely, 100%.
He took the other side.
Yeah, well, look, here's what I think about the Ravens, and I've said this many a time, and Kyle's heard me say this. I think the Ravens are victims of what happened to them in recent years. And by that I mean they were so good in the regular season and put everything into the regular season, and Lamar won MVPs, and they got to the playoffs and they stunk. Well, now they've struggled through this year, and they're going to have to work to get to the postseason. And once they get to the postseason, I think the Ravens, health-wise, they're going to be back to getting most of those guys back. When they get to the postseason, they're going to be one of the most dangerous teams come playoff time. I really believe that. So I'll take the Ravens, the Bills, and the Chiefs, and you can have the other three.
At the beginning of the season, I picked the Eagles to beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl. And I thought myself a little bit insane at the beginning of the year with all the injuries in Philly up front. I said, well, there goes their X-Men superpower. And then Lamar Jackson goes down with a hamstring. We know how these hamstrings are. But then even more concerning, the defense wasn't defensing in Baltimore. And our guy Roquan, he's woken up, and all the guys around him seemingly, you know the type of energizer bunny that Roquan is. And when he starts making plays, the next guy next to him make plays. And it feels like they're kind of feeding off that in Baltimore, and they might kind of enjoy not being the anointed regular season champions this year. They're kind of sneak up on people. Mm-hmm. But it's funny that the two favorites, the Eagles and the Ravens, in my opinion, they have questions about them every single week, and different questions. But this league, bro.
Yeah, this league.
There's another team in the NFC that's got some questions coming off of last week that I was really high. I still am really high on them, but they took a small step back last week, the Seahawks. I still feel like they're an elite team, that they're capable of doing a lot of dangerous things in the playoffs. Would you say that the Seahawks have a Sam Darnold problem, or would you say that Sam Darnold has a Rams problem specifically?
I think he has a Rams problem, but I also think in the back of all our minds, and nobody will admit it. I will. I say it all the time. You think Sam Darnold's going to turn into Sam Darnold at some point? I mean, aside from last week, and I didn't think it would happen last week because it's a November game. I figured it would happen in December or January, but he looked awful last week. And look, they threw some different looks at him, and they got pressure on the interior against him, and I get it. But he looked frazzled. And that can't happen. It just can't happen in the big games. And it happened against them last year in the playoffs. And it just can't happen. And it's not just that team. I think anybody who's going to get pressure on him, he's going to cause some problems. And so, there's a Sam Darnold problem, at least in my mind. And he, by the way, he's been having a great year, leading the league in yards per attempt, driving the ball down the field at a time when most teams won't do it. But the big moment, everybody has a doubt about him. I don't care. If you don't say that, you're lying, unless you're part of the Seattle Seahawks, like Ernest Jones came out and defended him last week.
I'm glad that you brought up Ernest Jones, because I listened to Ernest Jones speak, and I was like, man, I tip my cap to that guy, because I've been in locker rooms before, and Big Cat, you've covered these locker rooms where the quarterback is under constant fire, and people are always just waiting for that fucking shoe to drop. Mm-hmm. And I can't imagine the stress of being in Seattle, being such a powerhouse of a football team, and the only thing people want to talk about is when's the magic going to run out on your quarterback. I am not panic selling on Sam Darnold. In fact, I would wait for this to happen 2 more times before I said they have a Sam Darnold problem. He's been so good for the last 18 to 24 months. You can't deny that. And every quarterback, every guy in this league takes a different route to their final form. And I think what we're seeing is Sam Darnold in his relative final form. And he's a damn good quarterback. 4 picks ain't going to get it done against Matt Stafford, though. He needs to be sure to taste that and move on. Find out exactly what it was that caused him to shrink either physically or mentally, and get it out of your system, bro, because this Seahawks team is primed to go run the table in the NFC. For real. They're a great team.
All right, guys, quick break from Pete Prisco and Kyle Long. Thanksgiving week is about to be here, which means three things: football, food, and that one night where you see everyone you went to high school with at the same bar. Reunion no one asked for, but we all somehow show up to, and if you're doing it right, you're rolling it in with Twisted Tea in hand. Twisted Tea is a refreshing hard iced tea made with real brewed tea. No, not tea flavored, real brewed tea with a 5% kick that sneaks up on you like the Cowboys losing on Thanksgiving. That's why I love about it. Full of flavor, super smooth, no carbonation. You can sip it all day through the early games, the late games, the post-meal nap games. Twisted Tea is the MVP of Thanksgiving week. It's the perfect for Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving Eve, or even when your family asks while you're still wearing your jersey during dinner. So no matter what you're up to, stock up on Twisted Tea for whatever your Thanksgiving week holds. Also, if you're listening in Madison, Wisconsin, for the Badgers versus the Illini on Saturday, if the Badgers score a touchdown, I'll be airdropping some Twisted Tea to State Street Brats. So if you're watching the game there and the Badgers score a touchdown, some Twisted Teas on me. All you got to do is just be there, and I'm gonna send some Twisted Teas, and we're gonna score a touchdown. I'm gonna guarantee at least one touchdown in the game, and if that doesn't happen, then I'll still probably airdrop them after the game. I'll tweet about it. Okay, back to Kyle Long and Pete Prisco. Yeah. All right. So other guy like that, Daniel Jones. Are we saying he's new Daniel Jones, or are we saying similar to Sam Darnold? Oh, you don't know when the shoe's gonna drop. Pete, you're shaking your head. What do you think?
Well, usually in this league, you are what you are. I say it all the time. You are what you are. You're going to have moments where you're up here, if you're one of those guys, and moments when you're down here, and eventually you're in the middle. And that's who you are. You know, the great ones usually stay up here. They might have a game or two down here. But Daniel Jones in the last couple of games has turned the ball over a bunch. I mean, that's concerning. And they run the ball. We know what Taylor is. Right now, he's the best back in the league, and they're good on the offensive line, and they have a great, tight end, young tight end. But he can't turn the ball over. And you're starting to see in the last couple of weeks little hints that he might be turning, our guys call him Indiana Jones, and he's turning back into Daniel Jones because he turned the ball over. So, yeah, I'm concerned because you are what you are. You don't usually change that.
Pete is the jock on this show. He hates every quarterback.
Yeah.
He's like, these pretty boys. You can't even hit them anymore.
You are what you are.
Yeah.
Kyle, you believing in the Colts?
I think that as long as Quentin Nelson, as long as Jonathan Taylor, as long as Tyler Warren are healthy, I don't see why it wouldn't work. But I would say I have more questions about the Colts quarterback than I do about the guy in Seattle. And, yeah, I mean, he's got to prove it to me more because Sam Darnold went on his mixtape tour last year. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, this is the Daniel Jones mixtape. And, yeah, I'll be interested to see the final tracks on the mixtape.
Yeah.
All right, I got a thought starter for you guys. It's more about quarterbacks, Pete. So you have a gun to your head, and the question is you have to pick one of these two guys to go out and win you one football game. Go 1 for 1 in football games. And if you get it wrong, boom, sleeping with the fishies.
Dead.
The quarterbacks are J.J. McCarthy and Shedeur Sanders.
I think I'm dying, whichever one I pick. Say goodnight to no. Get all my papers in order. I'm done. Goodbye. I was one of the few guys that didn't think J.J. McCarthy would be good in the NFL. I just didn't. And for reasons that, stories I heard, and he's tightly wound and the whole deal, I didn't think it would work. And a lot of the things that I thought, I'm seeing. Trying to be perfect, and he's not perfect. You can't be perfect. You got to play off script. You got to be able to do things. You can't overthink it in the pocket like he does. And so I think, look, in Shedeur Sanders, we have no idea. But if I had to pick one or I was going to die, I would probably go with J.J. McCarthy and just hope like hell that there was nothing in the chamber, okay? Because I don't want to die.
Well, if you just pick J.J. McCarthy, now there's 35 million people coming to drop kick you, Pete Prisco. You got to understand that because Shedeur has a lot of fans. I'll say this: I've seen J.J. McCarthy lead his team down the field. I haven't seen Shedeur do it in the National Football League yet, but I am anxiously awaiting his first real start this week against the Raiders. And obviously, I've kept my eye on Shedeur for a long time because I too grew up in the shadow of somebody who was a Hall of Famer and a legend. and the pressure is immense. And that's from somebody who played at the line of scrimmage. Now we're talking about a quarterback in Shedeur. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does because I love good ball like the next guy, and I hope we get another quarterback that can play because it's great for the league. It's great for me and Pete. It's great for you guys. Everybody wins.
Wait, you said something there that's interesting. So, like, obviously your dad's a Hall of Famer, and you know, you and your brother played in the NFL. Did you feel the pressure of like, or maybe people were, you know, pointing you out, being like,
from the
we got to get him.
From the first day I put a helmet on, I had a, you know, they say when you're on a good team, you got a target on your back. Well, when you got a name that people know, you got a target on your back too, from the minute you step onto the field. And I just remember whether it was verbal or guys, you know, trying me, as the kids would say, after the play, stuff like that. It was like head on a swivel all the time. And it benefited me greatly at my position because, you know, you have to have a little bit of that, feel like you're backed up against the wall and you got haters everywhere. And when you come from a private school like I did, you have to kind of create those those fires that inspire a lot of other people. But Shedeur, I mean, he's had his bumps in the road and he's said things that he probably regrets, but everybody has. He's just under a different microscope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting. So when you were coming up playing ball, like in high school, what was your dad like in terms of like how much praise he would give you after the game? Was it easy to earn the praise, like he was trying to encourage you, or was it like you got to earn it?
It was definitely effort-based grading scale. And, you know, whether or not I played well or played like shit, you know, we were going to go home and be a family and it was all going to be good. But, you know, when you were out there busting ass, because my younger brother was the quarterback. So when I was out there protecting him and flying around and being a demon, it was fun to hear from my dad. Hey, like that was some special stuff, or that was really good.
You didn't tell the story about when you played bad, your dad locked you in a room and you weren't allowed to eat for a week.
Yeah, he put me in the Harry Potter staircase and he made me eat roaches.
Pete, so you played offensive line too, right? How much did you weigh when you played
165 pounds.
As a guard?
Yes.
Beast.
Were you good?
Yeah, really good.
Why'd you stop?
He was annoying as shit.
I was dirty as dirty can be. I mean, it was anything and everything. Because the guys, you know, we played St. Thomas Aquinas, which is one of the best schools in the country, and they weren't as good back then. But we played those schools, and so I had to be dirty and nasty, and yeah, I was a pig. I mean, I'll be honest about it. I was dirty, and you know what's amazing about that? This is a true story. The toughest kid I ever faced was no bigger than me. And he was like this kid from the country, and his hair was in his eyes, the whole helmet came down, and he's hitting me, and I'm hitting him, and I'm hitting him, and I'm telling you, it was as dirty as it can get. And at the end of the game, I saw him standing over the pile, and I go, I'm getting one last one in, and I came running across the field and blasted him and sent him over the thing, and they threw me out of the game with about 15 seconds left.
I need footage of Prisco playing O-line so bad. I wish there was like huddle back then so I could get my hands.
I wish I could see it too. We used to have to go back. We could go watch the tape. It wasn't tape then; it was film. You'd have to go in and sit in the room and put it on a projector.
Yeah. Pete, do you bench more than Kyle?
No, but I can say this though with 100% certainty. I turned 65 on October 5th, and that morning I was in the gym throwing 75-pound dumbbells up 12 times. How about that?
Oh,
I love that.
Dude, I felt Pete's arm when walking. I gave him one of the I cupped his tricep walking into the studio the other day, and it was like a horse. It was like a horse's leg.
You got the barbed wire tattoo, right, Pete?
What's that?
You have the barbed wire tattoo,
I have
right?
no tattoos.
You got the Urlacher. Kyle, that is something like, is that just an offensive lineman thing where, because Kadick does that all the time in the office, where if you walk by Kadick, he's just going to grab you. Yeah. It's like, dude, can you please not?
I'm touchy-feely. And I feel like all offensive linemen get it from a coach that at one point touched them like that. And it usually happened on a recruiting visit. The easiest way to recruit these high school guys, this sounds so horrible out of context, but if you've got a 17-year-old young man on your campus, the easiest way to find out about him is give him the old cup to the hamstring, cup to the tricep. In introducing yourself, you get to see if he makes eye contact, get his name, find out what his voice is like, and then you get to feel a little hamstring and tri-step. That's where they do the recruiting. All the other shit is just fluff.
So you could touch a guy's leg and you could tell us if he's going to be someone.
Shit, I could look at somebody's leg, but if there's any deliberation, I gotta get my hands on it.
It was like the guy who you ever see the guy that walks around, he's all yoked and everything, and then you look at his legs and he's got these tiny skinny legs. He skips leg day and he couldn't play offensive line. That's a matter of fact.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there was that clip of Harbaugh when Joe Alt got drafted, and he had Joe Alt and his dad go back to back, and he was just marveling at the size.
Joe Alt is like created in a lab.
Yeah. By the way, the Chargers, I feel like they're struggling right now, or at least they were against the Jaguars. Are they in deep waters without Joe Alt? Because it does feel like they're a different team. Obviously, they lost Rashawn Slater. What is there any fix for their offensive line and what they want to do, or is it
time and treatment and getting ready to run it out there again? Because, dude, when Slater and Alt are on the field and Justin Herbert is at quarterback, it is like unbelievable to watch the pockets this guy can stand in and just launch his rocket launcher from. Now he's got to move around, get creative in the backfield. The pocket's always collapsing. They had to friggin' get him off the turf the other day with a one of those little spatulas. The guy's stuck to the ground. And it's just like the concerns I have with Philadelphia without Lane. There's so many things you can do from a protection standpoint with Joe Alt on the field. And then obviously with Slater on the field too, it just becomes peeling bananas in the middle three. But the Chargers, without those two guys, their identity is not grabbable for them.
Yeah. Pete, you're out on the Chargers?
They're not making the playoffs. They're not. And it's going to come down to that Chiefs-Chargers game, and I think the Chiefs will beat them. They're 7-4, but if you look at their schedule, it's brutal. And that offensive line is horrible. Look, last week, Jacksonville went into that game, couldn't rush the passer at all, and they rushed the passer. They got after the quarterback. It's so bad. You think Penning's going to fix it at left tackle? They yanked him out of the game. He was so bad. It's a terrible offensive line.
And he just got there.
Yeah, he was awful. He was awful.
Pete, you're a big schedule guy. The Patriots have had a pretty easy schedule. Do you believe in them, or you think it's like, hey, once they play, because they have had two tests, the Bucs and the Bills, and they passed both those tests. So where do you think that they, come into the picture for the AFC playoffs?
I think they're a year ahead of schedule, so whatever they get this year is gravy. I thought they were going to be good next year. They're ahead of that, for me at least. And so you're right. They went to Buffalo and beat the Bills and they beat Tampa. And those are those are the games you looked at. You say, prove it to me games. And they proved it. So it's hard to doubt them. Now they got the Bengals this week and then the Giants next week. And then they go to the bye. They're going to probably go to the bye on a 10-game winning streak. And nobody knows if they're that good. I mean, that's the reality of it. We got to be impressed with the quarterback. They do some good things on defense. They can cover on the back end. But do you really, again, I go back to what I said earlier, do you really believe in that team? If Buffalo and New England played on a neutral field, who would you pick?
Well, I watched the Buffalo Bills get beat by them in a whiteout
in Buffalo. That was a while ago.
That was like week 20 for Drake May, bro. Like this.
But now the Bills are getting healthier on defense because, look, the run defense has been awful. They haven't had guys in there who could stop the run. They're getting healthier on defense. I think getting Hairston back is big for them. But again, give Vrabel a ton of credit. He showed the formula. Coach, quarterback. If you have that, you're winning. Everything else you can supplement around.
Coach, quarterback, and $330 million worth of acquisitions in the offseason.
Good point.
Oh, yeah, and all of them hit. It's oftentimes we see these guys that get out. So, let's say after 4 years in Chicago liked me, but they didn't love me, and I got to test free agency, and then I get to go to New England. Well, what if I showed up and I sucked there? That's usually what happens. You're not getting what you pay for. New England got what they paid for. And I credit Mike Vrabel and his staff for really identifying those guys because they just got a bunch of tough, crazy sons of Bucs. And it starts with Drake May, dude, and the calm and the confidence that he has. There is no elixir. There is no antidote for extreme accuracy. And his completion percentage is all that I need to see. And the explosive plays, the distribution of the football, guys like Stephon Diggs having a renaissance, the New England Patriots are for real. And then they're not going to fumble it when it comes down to situational awareness, game management, clock management, because who's better than Mike Vrabel at that?
Yeah, and you're right about the free agency stuff. Usually when you're a free agent for a reason, and it doesn't work out.
They don't let good players walk, Big Cat.
Right,
You know that.
right.
You know what's funny about Drake May? Drake May is like, to me, and there were some people during the draft because he worked out with him and he trained with him before the draft, is that he's like Phillip Rivers. And you know, Phillip Rivers, I once told Phillip Rivers, I go, Phillip, I've talked to many a player about you, and you know what they say? They say you're the biggest asshole on the field and the nicest guy in the world off it. And you know what he said? He goes, I'll take it. And that's what Drake May is. Drake May is, shucks, gee,
Shucks. Yeah.
And then he gets on the field and he's a killer. That's what he is. He's an on-the-field killer, but shucks off the field. You know?
I love it. What about the Steelers? I feel like this conversation's been disrespectful to our friends in Pittsburgh. Talking about the Ravens, how you trust them, how they'll get into the playoffs. It's like every game's a playoff game now for them. The Steelers are still in first place in that division. And the Steelers, they are they do control their own destiny, but everyone's just we're writing the Ravens in. So is there anything about the Steelers that could make you believe? Like, what do you need to see out of them for you to say, okay, I think that the Steelers are going to be just fine?
Well, where's Rodgers in terms of his health? I mean, that's number one. And number two, he wasn't playing that well even before this injury. The last couple of weeks, he hasn't been that good. And so that's concerning to me. They've had, you know what they've been? They've been one of the most inconsistent teams out there when you think about it. There were weeks where they were really good on offense and terrible on defense, and weeks where they were really bad on offense and good on defense. And so I think at some point that catches up with you. I don't think there's a consistency there. And what was it, 2 weeks ago? The Chargers just waylaid them. I mean, they didn't do anything, and Rodgers looked old in that game. So I'm concerned about the Steelers. I know Tomlin does a great job. They have 2 games with the Ravens, like you said. It's there for you. Go take it. It's yours if you want it.
Now, those divisional games, particularly in the AFC North, I mean, I feel like everybody gets nerfed in those games. And by that, I mean, like, the Browns, we expect the Browns to beat the Ravens when they play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shit like that happens in the AFC North. It's like the Wild West. If I'm a Steelers fan, I'm kind of glad that people have been disrespectfully not talking about us, because you get Aaron Rodgers and everybody on the planet wants to talk about him. And Mike Tomlin is a guy that we talk about every offseason, Pete. I feel like you're right where we got him right where we want him. And in addition to that, Aaron Rodgers is about to get the script for some perks. And if you've ever been on TikTok, Perk Rodgers is about as dangerous a human being as you can ever have. And he's going to Chicago this week. And if you know anything about Aaron Rodgers, he loves that shit. And so I'm cautiously optimistic about the Bears, and a little bit of me is like, well, you got the most expensive defense on the planet, Pittsburgh Steelers. Eventually these guys are going to show up and start playing. And to Pete's point, defense and the offense, once they match up, I feel like they can beat anybody, but they can also be beat by anybody because of their inconsistency, particularly defensively.
Yeah. When it comes to Spitgate, to getting spat on. Kyle, have you ever been spit on during a game?
A little Hawk Tua action. I don't think I've been spit on during a game. I've seen it happen. And when I was growing up, it was Romanowski, I think, spit on somebody. Yeah. And that was like, in my house, that was like, you don't do that. I remember my dad being like, you don't do that. I like Bill, but you don't do that.
Yeah. I can imagine nobody, you seem like a guy that would not get spit on.
Yeah.
They would have to deal with the repercussions.
Pete, you seem like a guy who'd spit on people.
No, I never spit on anybody. Even like when I was a kid, I thought, because that's something like a second grader does when he's backed into a corner, he starts spitting on kids. Get out of here.
The dinosaur in Jurassic Park.
It's one of the most vile, disgusting things you can do. It's an insult to the nth degree. And Jalen Ramsey held back. He should have beat the daylights out of him for getting spit on. I think it's gross. I've never spit on anybody in my life. I can honestly say that, nor would I, and nor has anybody ever spit on me. I can tell you that with 100% certainty.
Pete told me a story about one time a guy dumped a beer on his head.
That's true.
What happened?
Oh, that's a true story. I was at a bar, and this guy was acting up, and he was enormous. He was an enormous guy. He started in with my brother. And I go, let me stand there. And all I'm doing is standing, minding my own business, talking to my buddies, having a good old time. And he looked at me, gave me an elbow, and I said, dude, I go, you better back the hell off, I think I might have said I might stab him or something, kidding around. And next thing I know, about an hour later, I feel whoosh, he dumped like a 32-ounce beer right on my head. Whoosh.
Well, Foster's
I'm
mini
drenched. And like I was like stunned. I'm like, what's going on here? So with not without even thinking, I reared back and threw the best punch I've ever thrown in my entire life, and he fell like a tree.
Oh, let's go.
And next thing I know, me and my brother were like stomping him like out of a scene of Goodfellas, and they pulled the bouncers come in and pull me out, and then they
This
pull my
poor
brother
enormous
out,
bastard.
and then they pull him out, and I go, "Oh, we better get out of here."
That'd be Joe
You know
Pesci
what?
moment.
The amazing thing about that, and I told Kyle this, I said, if that guy squared up and just regular combat with me, he would have beat the daylights out of me. He just was that big and everything, but I got one in and he fell like a tree.
Flashbang. That works.
Fuck yes, Pete.
No such thing as a sucker punch if he pours a beer on you. He started it.
No, he should have expected it. I mean,
Hell
it
yes,
was
Pete.
like, I mean, I can't, never threw a punch that good in my life, nor will I ever again. It was unbelievable.
But word got around to all the other big guys.
No, I never want.
And they were like,
We had a
we're
meeting.
not messing
We had a
with
big guy meeting, actually.
There was a
bolo.
I'd go into a bar and hope that guy never came back again.
No, Pete's off the list. Pete said we're not going to mess with Pete anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, boys, this has been awesome. We got to do this again. I got one last question. Rowback question, RHOBACK.com, promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase, Q-Zips, polos, hoodies, joggers, shorts, rowback.com, promo code TAKE. So we've danced around it. Let's get it on the record. We'll do the 7 teams to make the playoffs in the AFC and the NFC. We'll start with Pete in the AFC, and then we'll Kyle AFC, then we'll go to the NFC. So, Pete, AFC, 7 teams in the playoffs when we start them in January.
No order, right?
No order.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do seedings. Just give
Okay.
me the 7 teams.
Buffalo, New England, Baltimore, Denver, Kansas City, Indy, and Jacksonville.
Ooh, Jacksonville. Okay.
Look at their schedule. It's a joke.
You're the biggest schedule guy in the
You're
world.
back on the schedule.
I've heard you talk about the Jaguars schedule before.
That
Pete.
was. I jumped ahead of the curve a little bit on that one.
A little bit. I mean, I don't hate that take. The Jaguars, I just don't trust them.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to you are who you are with Trevor Lawrence?
So that means
Yeah, he hasn't been great. I'll be honest with
Trevor
you.
Lawrence is on his 7th mixtape now.
But look at the next two. If they beat the Cardinals this week, then they got the Titans and then the Colts at home, and they never lose to them, and the Jets at home. They should win 3 or 4 of those games.
Okay.
Yeah, and so for everyone at home, that means the Chargers and the Steelers are out. What about you, Kyle?
This is so crazy, and I hate doing these because it involves counting. But Patriots, just stop me when I get to 7.
I got you.
Patriots, Broncos, Bills, Ravens, Colts. I guess you got to go Jags. And would the Chiefs be able to get in there statistically? I'm not putting the Chiefs out of the playoffs. Is that 7?
Yeah, that's 7. So you guys have the same 7.
You got the same
Okay.
7.
All right. NFC, I think will differ because I know where Pete's going to go. Go ahead, Pete.
Eagles,
Yeah.
Packers, Lions, Seahawks, Rams, Bucs. That last one's tough for me. Niners.
I knew you were going to do it, you fucking asshole. Kyle, I assume you have the same except Niners out, Bears in, or maybe Packers
Eagles,
out.
Rams, Bucks, Lions, Seahawks, Niners, Bears.
Okay, yeah. I mean, look, hey,
So I'll
Pete,
take the Packers out of the playoffs.
Pete, you want to talk schedule? The Packers got a tough schedule as well.
What about the Cowboys possibly sneaking in?
What about the Dolphins sneaking in?
No, stop with that.
Yeah,
Stop with
you want to
that.
go?
That
You
would
want
be
to get
wicked.
crazy? You want to get crazy, Pete?
Yeah.
The Dolphins and the Cowboys in the Super Bowl?
Dolphins
my
kind of
God.
ran the shit out of the ball the last couple weeks. They're kind of
They have,
now.
yeah.
But the
It's a
Cowboys,
beast.
the Cowboys beat the Eagles this week. I mean, then they got the Packers on Thanksgiving and they win that. And
They got the Chiefs. Chiefs on
And
Thanksgiving.
I do think that the defense in Dallas got way better.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the
They already
defense.
tied that tie could actually play to the advantage of those teams down the road, by the way.
Yeah, the Cowboys have the Eagles this week. If they win that game, they have the Chiefs at home. They then have to go to the Lions, which would be a tough game. And they finish with the Vikings, Chargers at home, Commanders, Giants on the road. Those are 4 games they could win. So if they can go what? 2-1
Yeah,
in the next
2-1.
3?
Yeah.
They could end up with 10 wins.
And they might be the team that nobody wants to play.
Wow.
Because the offense it seems unstoppable. And then the defense might be average. And if the defense is average,
guys back. You get those guys back on defense, that changes the whole. And you add those guys. You add Quinn and Williams in the middle. It changes the whole way they play. Yeah.
No, I mean average as a compliment for them.
Yeah.
That's a massive compliment compared to what they were at the start of the year.
I just thought of what we disagree on, and we'll leave on this one. But Pete hates that Dan Campbell goes for it all the time.
Oh, of course he does.
And I love that he goes for it all the time.
Yeah, Pete, he is who he is. You said it yourself. Dan Campbell is who he is.
Dance the dance that got you to the dance, buddy.
Pete wants him to change because he's tasted a little bit of success. Yeah. Because that's how Pete handled success. Is now he's a diva. But Dan Campbell is not going to change it all. He's going to keep going for it on fourth down, and his team loves him for it. And if he doesn't go in on fourth down, then he sees, when he looks in the mirror, he sees every coach that he hated.
They're either going to have pitchforks or fireworks in Detroit at the end of every season.
You know who used to go for it?
It will happen because of Dan Campbell.
You know who used to go for it? Brandon Staley used to go for it all the time. How'd that work out for him?
He changed. Brandon Staley changed the way he did
out of him.
Look, if he had kicked field goals the other night, would he have won the game?
Maybe
Probably not.
It's a possibility he might have won.
Not in that win.
But would the Lions be as good of a team if he kicked a bunch of field goals?
I'm okay with aggression. I'm not okay with aggressive stupidity.
Okay with
you're
aggressive
not okay
stupidity.
with aggression. You're a pussy.
No, I'm not. I think these teams are all playing like pussy. They're all soft. They don't throw the ball down the field anymore. Everybody's scared. All the coordinators are scared. Look at the completion percentage. Some of the greatest in the history of the league have happened the last 2 years because everybody's a little dinker and a dunker. Throw the damn ball down the field.
I love it. Pete, I got one last thing here for you. This might be a little bit of gotcha journalism on my part, but in my defense, I was getting my hair cut the other day, and they had the TV that was on CBS, and I forget which show it was, but behind one of the guys on there, they had an old fantasy draft board that was the guy's background, and I got to look at your fantasy draft choices. I want to say this was probably 2019 or 2020. Your first two picks in your fantasy league were Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne.
Oh, no.
That tracks.
I have it right here. I have the big board right here.
Let me see it.
Pug took a picture of it.
No.
I'll text it to you. I'll text it to you right now.
Tracks.
I'm curious to see because I don't think so. 2019?
Maybe 2020. I'm not sure. It doesn't say the year. You also had Sam Darnold.
That's got to be somebody's playing a joke on me by putting that up.
I'm curious to know how bad your team was that year.
Well,
what your record was.
You know what? My fantasy teams always stunk. And you know why? Because I don't like fantasy football, to be honest with you.
You play real football, Pete. We don't mess around with that fantasy bullshit, that wizard bullshit.
A guy can rush for 150 yards and not get a touchdown, and somebody comes in and gets 2 one-yard touchdowns and get the same number of points. Is that the same game? No.
Amen. Amen.
In my day, we played man football, Kyle Long. you would know about it.
Amen. All right. Well, boys, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. Everyone watch them. CBS HQ. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, y'all.
See you guys.
Pete and Kyle were brought to you by Chevy. Football season's here. If you're grinding through the week or gearing up for kickoff, there's one ride that's always game ready. That is the Chevy Silverado. Chevy Silverado is a longtime partner of Pardon My Take. It's our favorite truck. It's all about grit. From job site to tailgate, Silverado lets you show up strong and tackle any task. It's built for the hustle, ready for the game. Silverado is America's most dependable full-size truck. For J.D. Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. It's jdpower.com/awards. Head to Chevy.com. Learn more. Build your own Chevy Silverado today. And Fyre Fest of the Week is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. We all know that life comes at you fast. 1 minute, you're yelling at windmills. The next, you're having to read a book. When you find yourself in the middle of your very own Fyre Fest, you just might need America's largest injury law firm in your corner. Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people and helping with your Fyre Fest for over 35 years. With Morgan & Morgan, it's easy to get started. Their fee is free unless they win. You can check them out at forthepeople.com/PMT. That's forthepeople.com/PMT.
Okay, boys, Fyre Fest of the Week time. Wrapping up the show, getting us ready for Week 12. Henry.
This one, it's a fire turning into a fire, F-I-R-E.
Oh,
so
no.
I'm starting to enjoy my reading of Don Quixote.
No way.
Tell me about it.
I think I actually took a picture of when I realized the windmill thing, because it happened like 20 page, or it happened 64 pages in.
Was the first windmill.
Was the first, like, that windmills are the enemy.
And that's when you start to really identify with the main character.
Well, that's when I was like, oh yeah.
I love that you're reading this.
It's I don't exactly know when it's like takes place. Like, I don't know, 1400s Mexico, 1500s, somewhere between
Spain.
Like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Not the same.
You're the one reading it.
60 pages in, yeah.
It's just about a guy with special needs
Okay, who hates windmills?
who read a bunch of books, went crazy, convinced himself he was a knight, and then goes out on this quest. But then there was a big, like, last night I was reading and I was like, all right, I'm going to finish this chapter. At the end of the chapter, the author just stopped writing.
What do you mean?
It was like he was in a battle. I thought he was about to die. It was honestly, I won't spoil the task, but I thought he was about to die.
The book came out in the 1400s.
No, I'm
you said you
saying
didn't
that
wanna
I was
spoil
going to relate
Task.
it to another show, but I don't want to do that. He's in a battle. Seems like he's overmatched. He's about to die. And then it's like, and this is where the author stopped writing. So then I think the story becomes about another author who read an unfinished work and then sets out to find the finished works.
That's very relatable. He was like, I'm done writing. It's too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's basically,
Sick of this shit.
It reminds me of it's like Trailer Park Boys, Ricky and Bubbles is the best way I could describe Don Quixote. He convinced his simple-minded neighbor to be his squire, and they just set off, and he just gets in fights.
I gotta be honest, Hank. This is an excellent book report so far.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
I've got there's a lot of work, like, you know, a little bit the language is kind of a lot, but it's like Game of Thrones where it's like they just speak, you know, a little bit ridiculously, but it's not bad.
Are you
I was
picking
literally had a what the fuck, like, at the end of the chapter where I was like, wait. It was like, you know, he charged at the guy with his spear, and that's where the author stopped writing.
Are you becoming a book guy?
It's peaceful. It's good, you know, a couple chapters a night. And then last night I was like, actually, like, I read another chapter after my last chapter.
Bonus chapter, yeah.
Careful.
Are you having to like stop and go back and reread a page that you just, because I do that sometimes where I'll finish the end of a page and then I'll think to myself, I actually wasn't reading, my eyes were just going down the page. I didn't absorb anything that was on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's fun.
It's not bad.
I like it. I like that you're reading.
Thanksgiving, it'll be good. I actually think I'll be done with it. Like, I'm going to spend Thanksgiving with, you know, in New Hampshire and won't have much to do. So I think I'll be able to bang it out.
1,000 pages?
I'm like 100 in.
Okay.
80 in.
Has it made you reconsider your windmill take?
No.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just, after you finish this book, I would like you to just make references to it all the time.
Yeah.
That would be
There's
awesome.
There's some good quotes in there.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
There's an F slur. There's an F slur just in there out of context.
Talk about cigarettes?
No, talking about I don't even know what it was talking about.
What F slur?
Like, these windmills are a bunch of F slurs.
They were burning books because he goes crazy, and they're like his helpers and, like, you know, people that work at his house were like, we got to burn all the books so he doesn't go crazy. And they said talking about a book, the first F word in the fire.
Oh yeah, it's a piece of wood.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, bundle of wood.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Not really a Fyre Fest,
Well,
but
it's
I like
fire
it. Yeah.
turning into, like, it's like it was a
Yeah,
chore
it's
and
starting
now
to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Okay. PFT.
My Fyre Fest is I lost a DM today. And I think you might understand what I mean in a second, but I've been doing a lot of plane tracking because it's college football coaching search season, and I have people that track some of the planes for me. I dabble in it, but I've got guys that really know what they're doing, tracking the planes and giving me updates. And I received one update today, which I then tried to verify with another guy to get the extended itinerary of this jet. So I took a screenshot of the private flight that was entering and departing a certain college town for a different college town. And then I wrote about a paragraph about how I want to find the different stopover locations that this jet has been on, excluding all the repositioning flights, which don't mean anything. They're like red herrings in the coaching search. And it was a very detailed request of what I was looking for. And I was writing it as I was walking, and I was also talking to like two different people. And then I sat down on the couch. I exited Twitter, and I went back in. I did like a couple other things on my phone. I went back into Twitter. The DM was not there. I attached the photo. I hit send. and it's not there. And now I'm thinking that I might have texted it to somebody, like the wrong number.
Yeah.
That has no idea what the hell I'm asking about.
Yeah.
I might have DM'd it to the wrong person that I had an open DM conversation with. Whatever it is, it's lost. And somebody out there got the most confusing text of all time from me demanding updates on the flight logs.
Right.
There's a lot of that going around.
So what's the solution here?
So I don't know. The solution is it's just out there. And now I'm dealing with the anxiety of not knowing.
Knowing where this message went.
Where this very strange request went out into the ether.
That actually is very scary.
It is kind of scary. So if I freaked anybody out, if you're listening to me and I freaked you out, that was not meant for you. And I apologize. But at the same time, if you could get me those flight logs, I would really appreciate it. If you could figure out how to do it.
Yeah, let someone find them.
Now, the Fyre Fest behind the Fyre Fest is worse than the Fyre Fest.
Of course, it always is.
Because the real Fyre Fest was the nature of these flight logs that I'm looking at. And congratulations, Max, is all I'm going to say.
Whoa. What happened, Max?
Nittany Lions.
It means nothing.
What? Who?
There's only one reason
Who?
in the entire world that a flight would go to State College from another unnamed.
Oh, wait, I thought it went from State College to...
It is, and going back to State College.
Wait, is it your coach?
I don't want to get into rumors.
It is? Shit.
There's only one reason why
call it.
anybody would take a private jet from State College to the Shenandoah Regional Airport back to State College.
I think
it could just be a visit. It might just be a visit.
Could it be James Franklin?
I think it's just a visit.
They might be. You know what?
What if he's moving?
You know what? Yes, that's the airport. The Stanton Airport is where you would go.
Yeah, he's just moving.
James Franklin is using the Penn State private jet.
Yeah.
To move to Blacksburg.
Yeah.
They save him so much money. They're probably
you got a couple left.
That was probably part of the buyout negotiation.
Why not?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, we're good.
All right.
Also, clean up on that. My brother said that, who's the real Penn State fan in my family, said that he loves James Franklin for how he left, and that I was wrong for even mentioning.
I like
that.
I like that your brother's giving you like, hey, you fucked up, you idiot.
Yeah, no, he told me.
Wrong take.
He was like, that's a bad take. You got to clean that up.
Wrong take.
So this is me cleaning that up.
I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. That, of course, that's the other reason why a jet would go there. All right, now I can continue to live in delusion for a little bit, but I do think that
Bob Chesney's going to be the next coach of Penn State
somewhere else. Somewhere else next year.
That
but
sucks.
I hope that he doesn't take the job before the season's over.
Yeah,
that's all I hope.
Yeah. Okay. My Fyre Fest. This is good. You're back. You're back.
So back.
I don't have one other than I'm just trying desperately to stave off. I feel like I'm like 5 years in a row getting sick right as Thanksgiving starts, and I thought I had something on Tuesday. Just a little tummy stinger for about 24 hours, where I just was diarrhea everywhere. But that's fine. I'm trying to stave it off. We have a case race. Knock on wood.
That'll probably help.
Sleep a little, maybe get a little extra sleep. But yeah, this has happened to me, I think, pretty much every single year where Thanksgiving week comes and I finally get a break and then I just immediately get sick.
I had a little tummy stinger yesterday.
I think it's going around. Titus had a little tummy stinger too.
I chalked mine up to having a salad the other night.
Mm-hmm. That's a problem.
My body was like, what's going on? Where's
I
all the
was
fried?
cooked last week for...
With tummy stinger?
No, it was just like, I was just...
Full on sick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like one day, slept for 20 hours, hydrated, sweated it all out.
Hey, tummy stinger, I didn't eat for a whole day. It was crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but then I ate so much. I've eaten so much since. As soon as it cleared up, I was like, well, now I can eat everything. So it's a problem. Zach.
My Fyre Fest this week, quick one. I had a misread at my front door the other day.
Okay.
You guys know, like when you first wake up in the morning, you're like half asleep, but you're in bed awake, but you're just kind of like head on the pillow in like flow state between all the way up and like half up.
Mm-hmm.
I had a knock.
It's a dangerous place to be.
I agree, because you could very well
go back to sleep.
End up back all the way asleep.
It's happened many times.
I had like a kind of aggressive knock at my front door in that state, laying down, either Monday or Tuesday morning. So I got up, like shuffled my feet to the front door, looked through the peephole. It's my neighbor, or like a woman who lives on the floor, and she looked like visibly like kind of angry. But I've never had an interaction with her, so I read it as like she must have the wrong apartment number. She has to be upset with someone else. And I just went about getting ready for the rest of my morning. But now I'm thinking I should have answered the door to see if she was upset with me, because now I feel like I kind of left something up in the air that I don't know about.
Was the bomb alarm going off?
What do you mean?
Don't you have like a bomb alarm?
Yeah, the bomb alarm could have been going off.
Wait, wouldn't you have known?
Yeah, the alarm was going off, I guess, yeah.
So was it maybe waking her up?
You think she could hear that?
I don't know. It's your neighbor?
It's the bomb
Yeah, she's
alarm.
on the floor. She's either right next to me or across next to me.
There is something to be said for like realizing at some point as an adult you don't have to answer the door. I do it all the time where like a package or someone's like standing there, it's like I'm just not going to go to the door. It's kind of nice.
Yeah. I just like for some reason just assumed she had to have the wrong apartment this early in the morning and just took a shower and came to work.
My best guess is bomb alarm.
Yeah, it's
think?
probably bomb
Yeah,
alarm.
it sounds like bomb alarm.
So bomb alarm was
related.
going off and you were standing at the door.
Maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. Like
I feel like we might need to upgrade the bomb alarm if you don't remember when
it
the
was
bomb
like
alarm's going
that
off.
weird state of half up, half not up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know.
it's
There's
dangerous
nothing worse
stuff.
Now I
than
keep
that.
thinking like, what if like now I don't like the idea of like I could have addressed a situation that I just decided to.
How long
Scurry
could
away
the bomb
from it.
alarm have been going off?
Oh, I mean, I guess in theory it could go for a while.
So in theory, it could have been going for like 5 minutes.
But it has the snooze up top, so you snooze it. Like you go, like if the bomb goes off and it bombs too early, you just hit the little top button, and then it'll turn the vibrator and the noise off, and then you get like 5 minutes to rebomb.
You're rebombing?
So how many times do you think
Yeah.
you snoozed it that morning?
Yeah, usually it's like 2 or 3 snoozes. But there's no way she could be upset about the rebomb. It only goes for like
She might be
could be
upset
upset
about the
about the
rebound.
rebound.
I think it's a
The
rebound.
rebound
How
might
loud?
be a
How
red
loud is
flag.
this
What
bomb?
time was it at?
Like between 8 and 8:30 is when the first couple alarms go.
It's not bad, but if it
No,
goes
but
off
the
3
thing-
times,
the thing that I'm thinking of, maybe she like, what was she in like work from home clothes?
Oh, I don't
Or,
have
like-
that much.
Like she could have been on a work call or something, and the bomb alarm keeps going off.
Yeah.
I could see how
and
that.
if it goes
that
off a
would-
third time, then you're like, I got to go do
I
something
gotta,
about this.
Like
yeah.
I'm on an important call right now, and I just keep hearing bombs.
Or if she has like a sleeping baby.
also
apartment.
also a
She doesn't
possibility.
like the bombs.
Could have been a porno situation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm here,
Oh.
I'm
Heard
here
your bomb. Let me suck your cock.
Oh. The world's ending?
Yeah.
I want to find someone. I want to get me a Zach.
You got to open that door.
I heard that vibrator going, big boy.
So we're coming.
Was she
to
hot?
conclusion- She's probably great. She's probably a cool lady. She's probably cool.
I think you're rebombing too much.
You don't.
We're coming to the conclusion I might be bad neighbor. Is that what we're?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
terrible.
probably
Possibility.
probably
So
definitely.
I should like say I should apologize next time I see her. Just
No,
in
you.
case.
But you got to keep bombing. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
That's
need you here at
non-negotiable.
work.
Yeah.
it's not negotiable. I
It-
have to just take those noise complaints if I get a bomb complaint.
Right.
Here's what you do tomorrow: hit the snooze button 3 times, and rebomb it a few times, and see if she comes over. If she does again, then you could be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that my bomb was affecting you."
Yeah.
I just,
Oh, would you like to come in and check out my bomb?
Make sure you have the chest tattoo out.
yeah.
I didn't know you went to prison.
No prison time. So non-prison time.
maybe a little
Okay.
sometime.
Is this a tiny bit?
No incarceration.
All right. Good show, boys. Numbers.
3.
You notice anything different about?
No one's even trying to get it.
Let him press it.
33.
What's different? Oh, there's a. What's in there?
What's in there, guys?
Oh, there's a Hank toy in there.
Little Hank.
Well, now this doesn't count.
It's Hank on the shelf. You never know where he's gonna be.
No, but that's a good point by Big Cat though. This can't be. We can't count
This
this,
can't
as
be
an
official.
official spin
Why?
because there's a
Because what
foreign,
happens if
a
something
foreign
crazy
body
happens?
inside the machine.
How
No.
do
Let it go.
The machine's been hacked.
All right. I mean, this would be very suspect.
Yeah.
It's Hank.
Oh, this is
This has asterisk. Yes. That's why.
asterisks
That's
all
why. That's
over.
why. I
What do you
said-
mean?
That's why I said let it go.
I'll take 15.
Those 3.
82,
21. 99. 44.
86. I like this. I do like to
34.
see little Hank just floating in there. He looks awesome.
34.
Look at little Hank.
Oh. 15.
15.
Does it-
Anyone?
Yeah, it was me. It doesn't count, unfortunately.
Oh, BFD, way to go.
That's
Can't
fine.
get by himself.
I can't get excited about that. I don't care. I don't care that I got
But that's pretty cool. You're just doing it for
congrats.
fun.
Not really. I've gotten it a bunch of times. So
No, you only got it once.
No, I mean,
Well, not twice.
yeah, I guess that.
You gotta take the screws
I
off.
guess that counts, right,
Screws
James?
off.
I got it twice because I
No,
just got.
doesn't.
That doesn't count because
No.
the number came up that I
No,
said.
Hank assisted.
But I said the number and then it came up.
Yeah, no, that
I don't
counts.
think.
No.
It maybe counts, but I don't. Like, I'm not. Who cares?
We'll let Lil Hank decide.
I mean, for everyone else, it doesn't even really matter.
Yeah, that I got zero joy out of that. But I did pick the correct number, which is kind of crazy. That's that easy.
Nope, Hank
But
assisted.
I'm this
Lil
nonchalant
Hank.
about it.
Lil Hank did it.
Who put that in there?
Wait,
James?
so
With Zach.
means if you had gotten that, you would have said it was real?
We'll never know.
Oh, interesting.
Zach,
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
that was allegations right there. Is that true?
I'll take that on the chin. Yeah.
Zach, no, don't take anything on the chin.
The look on Zach's face made it seem like that was not true.
Zach, whose idea was it?
I just asked if we thought he could float. I
Zach-
didn't think we were gonna leave him in.
Zach, who put it in there? Who actually physically?
That was me. I put it
Oh,
in.
so it was you.
I was
You
the
guys
only
have
one
too
who
much
put him
time
in.
on
That
your
was on
hands.
me.
Okay.
I mean, that's good promo.
That's a great promo.
Yeah.
Or at BarstoolSports.com.
Like I got it at 15. That's pretty crazy.
Hank on a shelf.
It's just very funny to just think of Zach and memes like, at like 1 o'clock today, just be like, you think Hank could float?
That's good promo.
Yeah.
We're trying to sell some merch. Black Friday's coming up.
That's a very lucky toy.
Store.barstoolsports.com.
Yes.
Hey, look, Lil Hank. He's right there.
Look, Hank.
So is Little Hank one?
Little Hank hasn't said one word about Little Hank.
Little Hank doesn't like Little Hank.
No, Big Hank doesn't like Little Hank.
Big Hank hates Little
It's a
Hank.
fierce rivalry.
You got nothing to say?
Nothing to say.
He's passing. Okay. Numbers.
33.
I like the idea.
34.
Of passing. 82.
61.
I'll go with 50.
86. 99 pick.
Is that
26. 26. Memes trying to rig the lottery ball still has no chance of getting it.
Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. That
Congrats
happened.
on the win, PFT.
No,
Yeah, congrats on the win.
No, I didn't win. I did pick it, but listen, we can't get excited
Hank,
about that.
Lil Hank assisted. I assisted. You
No,
need help.
It was
Like
zero.
grabbing things on shelves.
Not a win. I've also gotten it before, Meme. So
Yeah.
you've gotten it
Yes.
before.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Memes.
This doesn't count. Clearly doesn't count because the rules were officially stated beforehand, and as per the rules, I acknowledge that, and
Memes.
I didn't get it.
You've never gotten it. All right, one more.
Yeah. Plus, like I'll do it again.
All right.
At some point.
Does this one count?
Yeah, this one counts. New
82.
numbers, 3.
Oh, new numbers?
Yeah.
Nah, that's
I'll go
fucked
back
up.
to 15.
That's fucked up.
I'll do 22.
7.
So I can't do 82?
Yeah, new numbers.
77.
81.
43. 48.
11 Pope.
You said 48? Yeah. I love 48.
51. Pretty close, Memes. Closest you ever gotten.
That's also close.
I was thinking about picking 52.
Same numbers as what I just picked.
You were thinking about picking
Pretty crazy.
52.
Yeah,
that
the
also.
linebacker from
15,
the 49ers,
51.
Patrick.
Wait, so you're even in your thinking about numbers, you don't get it.
Yeah. Who's the linebacker on the 49ers?
No, don't. this
Patrick.
is- he's going to try to.
Willis?
No.
Willis Dick fit in your mouth?
Oh, he got me. There it is. Good one, Memes. That's all you got.
That's all I needed.
Love you
Win's
guys.
a win.
Good one.
Love you guys.
That was good.
That was good.